People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Jason, Ellis.
It's the Jason Ellis Show!
Viking, Moose Knuckle, Red the Dragon, Knight, Danger, Canada, Uncircumcised, Philanthropy, Stupid Stuff, Supercross, Pain, Nipple, Machete, Fashion, a scintillating bloodbath of hellacious fury, Evil, Cannabis, Interesting Things, Awesome!
Radio. Tigers, elephants, orangutans, lions, bears. They'll make you stare. Dragons, salamanders, fish in the sea. Know what I mean? Jason Ellis.
Fuck you!
Michael Tully.
I'm not very sexy.
Dingo.
Pound for pound.
Andrew Groose. Absolutely. Kevin Kraft.
Don't worry, we got the bases covered.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Live from Hollywood.
House is blowing up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Let's fucking get some fucking red wine right fucking now! Let's fucking go! Of course I know a place.
All hail the King of the West!
King of the West! The King of the West!
King of the West!
The King of the West! The King of the West!
G'day. So, I was in Long Beach this morning. You know that place? It's in California. Welcome, whatever. And you know that dude Simon Woodstock that we saw in the Dude Tour? Dingo, you're here.
I'm here. Yeah, it's Tuesdays.
Get on that mic. Wobble, crank it.
It's a mind fuck.
Boy, are you here.
Can you hear that?
Yep. So anyway,
He still looks like a dildo.
it doesn't look like a dildo at all, but you're trying to make it wobble like a dick.
Right, so fucking Simon let me guess, painted his face.
I just don't know people that go to that much effort anymore. Is it an old school thing or I never seen it. Okay, this is a building. I told him last night, anybody want to come? I was like, maybe you should come on the show to promote the fight. So I'm trying to see if he's actually for real or not. This dude shows up in all silver with his face painted silver with some crazy wig on.
I have a question.
So, yeah.
Because he's a very intriguing guy to me.
I'm intrigued. No, he's got me now.
Was his face paint? Did he also paint his clothes the same color as his face?
Yes.
What is up with that?
He said he was the Silver Bullet.
Is that like an old nickname or is that a new nickname?
I think he
for
just
him?
I think he invented it for the day. Like he just does for the like. I think last night, yeah, I'll come on your podcast, and then he showed up silver.
You went on his podcast?
No, my podcast.
Oh.
I'd say podcast. You're Americans.
American podcast.
Whatever.
So he showed up to your podcast.
Yeah, it's in Long Beach. We do it every Tuesday morning. It's really convenient for celebrities to come over.
Yeah, everybody's out in Long Beach. Maybe Snoop Dogg will show up.
We go to that. Sometimes we go to other people, and that's how we get like a guest.
Mm-hmm.
Like David Arquette the other day. He did not come down to Long Beach.
You had to go to his house.
I think Sublime with Rome are still based there.
Well, maybe I could get Rome, maybe not.
Maybe
That
we
could
should
turn
go
into
through
a
the
fight.
yellow pages and see who still lives in Long Beach.
Yeah, I don't know. But Simon Woodstock came down. I'm not sure exactly where he's from.
Does
but
he have a home?
Yeah. No, he's a married man with children. He's married to I'm going to get it obviously completely wrong, but I mean no disrespect, but I believe an African lady from a tribe far out there in the middle of stuff where he said words that made they were super African. He was speaking another language for a second, and he's a minister and
More of an ordained minister than I am.
way more. He found the Lord, and he also was talking. He was trying to use a threat that he has some sort of thing in his mind where he thinks he's more than one person or something. I'm saying that wrong too, but he has like a 5-degree. I don't know what it is. Something,
Five-finger death punch?
May as well. But he seemed very serious. He called my ex-trainer thinking that it was still my trainer,
Oh no.
Justin Fortune.
What did he
who
say?
Who was a living legend, and said, "Hey, I'm fighting Jason Ellis. I want to train there." And Justin was like, "Yeah, I'll help you out or whatever." And I'm like, "Man, is this dude for real? Like, did he really call?"
So Fortune's going to be in his corner?
I don't know, dude.
Are you and Justin good?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But you don't want Justin on your opponent
Nah.
corner, do you?
No. I feel like it was an accident, but it was still at the same time to me the biggest, the worst thing I could think of a trainer for him, against me. I don't want to be a part of that. That's intimidating as hell.
So what else did he say?
He said a lot of things, but he wants, he's got all these T-shirts printed out, and
He's already started marketing.
he wants to go on a promotional tour.
Is that like up and down the coast of California, or where does that promotional
He
tour
thinks
go?
we should go around everywhere, arguing with each other about who's gonna win.
Like a Mayweather-McGregor thing.
Yeah,
You know
and
what?
And I gotta give it to him. I mean, not only did he dress like he came, I mean, he had boxing gloves on the entire podcast.
He
The
did?
he came in, dude. The building, it's 9 a.m. He came into a building of people that our business is a very small building, one office. There's many offices in this building, and he came out of the parking lot into the building, up elevators, into this room where we have our studio for the podcast.
Did he have a beverage, and if so, straw or 2 boxing gloves?
No, he did not have no beverages, and he took a glove off every now and then to grab a beverage and have a sip, and then he put the glove back
Okay,
on.
all right. I can only imagine the antics he's going to bring to the actual fight.
That's what he said, that he can't sleep at night thinking about the antics that he's going to bring walking out to the fight. He said that exact thing.
Yeah, I
So
think
he-
this is great.
I know, but I started to think, because he mentioned, because in a threat that he said he was in a restaurant. He was like, "Hey," and someone was like, "Hey man, you look like you lost some weight." He's like, "Yeah, I'm training. I'm fighting Jason Ellis." And the guy said, "Who?" And he goes, "It's this guy. We're gonna train. We're both the same age, and we're from skateboarding, and it's gonna be a big war." And he's like, "Well, keep me posted, man. I want to watch that." And then he said that he went somewhere else, and someone said the same thing, and he said, "Yeah, I'm fighting Jason Ellis," and they said, "Who?" So he's using the thing as, nobody knows who I am, and I'm like, nobody knows who either one of us are. But in skateboarding, a lot of people know who we are, and if we were to fight and make promo videos going around America. Yeah, man. I want to.
That's a big promotional tour.
Why not?
Are you guys going to live on a bus together?
No.
Gonna get booked on The View.
No, we're just gonna drive around places, and maybe not America, maybe California. But I could do guest spots on radio shows and stuff. Me and him talking shit. Like I'll go. There's the internet these days. They do Skype and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have to fly, but I think the argument, and I think that the tale, how much we weigh, how old we are, where we came from, and
Imagine if he beat you.
Well, I know.
Imagine that. Would you retire?
No. I'm sure if Dana White owned Ellis Mania, he would suggest I would, but it doesn't. So no, I won't. I'm gonna beat him for sure.
Yeah, I think it would be. I was trying to think about this. Like, remember the
I don't even care about beating him. I want
the Deegan Mirror
this
fight.
giant big. I just want to see him do these.
Remember
things he does.
the Deegan Mirror fight?
course.
It brought out a certain crowd, and I think that would be that crowd again, like amplified.
Yeah, because he's got Christian Hosoi and all those
It's
guys.
just a
on
big
his-
industry event, You're going to get all the older industry people there, and people are going to want to see it because it's something that appeases them.
I realized this morning that it turned into where I thought, I told the Hard Rock 2 days ago that I might be best to just hold off until next year for maybe Steve Howie or somebody like that if he wants to fight, because he's, big celebrity, and that seems to be what people want to watch. But the more, like, the way he talked about it and the way Simon, the internet is fucked today, huh? Like, things have all seized.
Well, this computer is not usable anymore.
Why do we have, I don't know, it's great radio.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what was I
Holy
saying?
shit, is that a picture of the Silver Bullet?
That's him. That's how he came in.
He's out of his mind, dude.
He is out of his mind.
He might beat you.
So you're saying with the Hard Rock in October.
Oh yeah, so that I said no because I didn't want it to not, I wanted it to be good. I don't want to fail.
Mhm.
Well, I hate that pressure, but I feel like because of what a perfect clash it is, and how above and beyond he's interesting.
He's very interesting.
And he knows how to do. I mean, man, what a hustler! The look at my story on my Instagram, everybody at Wolfmate. Look at this dude that just walks around like that. This is for a podcast at 9 a.m. What is he gonna do when it comes to Ellis Mania in Austin? And I talked to all the On It guys, so they're trying to find a venue. So I'll get dates as soon as possible, but I'm trying to do it in October.
Also, it's not going to be at the Hard Rock.
I don't know, man. Now I'm going to talk to the On It guys and talk to the places that they have, because I was thinking 800 to 1,000, but I think it's going to be way bigger than 1,000 people. I think I should go to Vegas for it. I think it'll be a giant thing. And then Catherwood's got to fight.
Who's Catherwood fighting?
This guy that he knows. There's scraps already starting to happen. The crab fight's going to happen. The cowboy fight's going to happen. It's weird. What's happening?
Mm.
I'm kind of... And he is out of his mind.
He seemed that way.
On how serious...
I've only met him the once, but I see that.
He's so serious about it. And he wants me to go to all these skateboard events, because he's got a T-shirt saying I'm going to fight Jason Ellis.
Mm.
So I got a T-shirt saying I'm going to knock out Simon Woodstock. And we're going to go and argue at skateboard events.
At skateboard parks.
Yeah. Well, not at parks, but, like trade shows and stuff.
Yeah, curbs,
just at the park.
Curbs outside of 7-Eleven.
Oh, dude. You're inspiring me. That's one of the
There's
first
little
videos.
kids scooting by, who the fuck are these old guys?
Wait, what about just one of those empty skate parks where there's those little kids with the scooters?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, me and Woodstock are just vibing the shit out of each other at some little park.
Your guys' promotional tour is stopping at every local skate park and just vibing out.
We're the worst skateboarders now too, and especially at a skate park, like one of those little parks with all the little doobie rail things. Like these old farts just, I'm gonna kick your ass. Come
I think it's
October.
funny. I think it's funny. I think that people get behind it.
Yeah, and he's so committed to the entertainment of it. I felt like I found it equal. I'm like, yes,
found
let's
buddy.
do this. Let's really do this. I did do something really stupid. He shadowboxed in front of me for the podcast, and then he's like, "Well, let me see you." And then I shadowboxed a little bit, and I kind of forgot that I had stem cell.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my knee's a little bit sore. So I feel a bit stupid about that.
I get the impression when he goes to Starbucks
He
and
shadowboxes.
gets his coffee, he tells the barista that he's fighting you.
Yeah. No, wow. Yeah. Is that somebody to fear or somebody to know that don't even worry about it, I don't even need to train?
I think that's a bit of both.
I think you should train,
That's not an answer.
but I don't know, just seeing you guys together at the Do Tour, I would be shocked if you lost. But he does seem oddly obsessed. When we were packing the event up, he came up to me afterwards, and it wasn't even like a hey or anything. He was just like, so that fight's happening. It's happening. And then just went off for like 20 minutes.
He said he's talked to his wife about it, and everybody's signed off on it, and he's calling gyms, he's calling Steve-O's, and
He called Steve-O?
he wasn't on social media in any way.
What's his
Now
following?
Now he has a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter account, and 99% of it is directed at fighting me.
That's great.
And he just reaches out to all the people that we know from skateboarding saying, "Hey, Steve-O, I'm fighting Jason Ellis. Got any pointers?" Or, "Hey, you name it." He's on there talking. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's not playing. And if you watch, that's the only thing I think for sure I beat him. I just think when I watch those fights, he runs around like a maniac and he's super unorthodox, and you can't underestimate that.
You can't prepare for that.
He could just scramble around you, and I would train as hard as I can, because to lose to that it really is kind of. I don't know how I would live that down.
Well, that's the tricky thing, is I would say that there's a 95% chance that you really don't need to train and that you can totally handle him, but you won't know about that last 5% until it's too late.
And he's from a place where I know people like that. They can do 4 months of extreme training and give you 9 minutes of hell.
He'll get back up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he could wear exactly. He could do stuff that you don't
That's
think
right.
he didn't know.
He might make your hands tired with his face.
He could. He could.
Oh man, he is gonna give it a go. I know that.
When was the last time you had a boxing fight with it was the MMA guy, right?
Yeah, Kyle Kingsbury.
Oh, Kyle Kingsbury that wasn't really an even fight.
No, that's why I really like this fight. It was kind of it's a new feeling now because I haven't had a fight with somebody that I had a chance.
It was, what's his name?
In some time, Shane Carwin.
Gabe, that's what.
Oh, yeah.
Gabe was the last real boxing fight you had. You beat Gabe pretty easily.
Yeah, all right. I mean, the last one was a lot closer. I mean, I guess not. I don't know.
No.
I mean, I knocked him down.
Yeah, you did.
But the first one we fought. But that's the difference. That's the guy that has to be there to fight Simon.
What size gloves would you guys use?
16s. I'm not trying to be a fucking idiot.
Yep.
Doesn't make no difference, man. When you're 200 pounds, we both agreed to be 205.
What are you right now?
215.
Come down a little. You look lean right now.
Yep.
Is he lean?
What?
He doesn't look lean.
He's already down from when he was at Dew Tour.
How much has he already come down?
He's down to 215.
What was he when we saw him? Like 230?
Like 225. Hey, Will.
So he's already cutting weight.
He's already training. How are you, Will?
Sick.
What do you mean you're sick?
I'm sick.
Like cough sick?
In the head.
Yeah, a little cough sick.
No, I mean he's like dope, you know.
Yo, I'm sick, yo.
Oh,
Will's
lit.
I'm lit. Yeah. Totes.
Will's
lit.
extra.
Yeah, extra sick.
Yeah, Will.
Yeah, sick, Will.
So great. So glad
Cool,
you're
man.
here.
Well, don't sip out of my drink.
Okay, I'll try not to.
So you're just walking on in. I like it when you walk in. It's usually, can I have you, Will? And you're like, no, I'm too hot, and everybody's trying to get at me, and you have to wait your turn.
But when I'm sick,
now you're just coming at me.
I'll just barge right in here.
I like when you drift in the door.
I like moseying in mostly, but I'll barge or drift. Depends on how I'm feeling that day.
If you need to mosey, you go ahead.
All right, I appreciate that.
You trying to drop some knowledge?
Sachet.
Yeah, I am.
That's where it's born.
Will's news.
Knowledge. That is the sickest thing of all.
Yes,
Right?
it is. It is.
That's the most woke thing you've ever said.
That's right. Hey, knowledge is lit. And one guy not running for president is Ross Perot.
Why not?
He's dead.
What happened?
Who's Ross Perot?
I think he had leukemia. Ross Perot
Why
was...
run for president when you've got leukemia?
He's
I
a
know, just live your
billionaire.
days out.
Well, he ran for president in 92 and 96.
Didn't
He was
work out for him.
a Texas billionaire. He wanted to bring us into the 1950s again, like
Why?
we used to be.
You want to use coal?
Everything was pure back then, right after World War II. We were America.
They didn't use condoms either.
So this guy
Is that
is
true, Dingo?
I feel like in the 60s they didn't use condoms.
Okay.
50s and 60s.
When did they start making latex ones? Because those lambskin ones were a wing and a prayer.
Yeah, they do not work. Matt, you pull out. You got to be
Yeah.
joking me. You did not finish with a sheepskin.
Well, the pill, I guess, came along in the 50s, more importantly. So Ross Perot is most well remembered.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he funded himself, Dingo, as a third-party candidate. We have the Democratic and the Republican Party, and he's the most successful third-party candidate of any of our
Has
lives.
a third candidate ever gone like...
No, just him. He's the closest he's got, and he didn't get it. So, doesn't that answer it?
I'm asking.
Well, he's telling you before you ask the question.
But I know.
There was
but
another party. There
I'm
was
just-
a third. There was a. I don't know that they were ever all three at the same time, but the Whigs had presidents, right?
And the Tories?
No, that's
Talking about
England.
The hell's a Whig and a Tory?
No, the Whigs, WHIG. There was. I'm pretty sure those
Yeah,
presidents of the
well-
United States. They were from. There's the Democratic Party. There's the Republican Party. They were from the Whig, WHIG party. Like in the
Wait, the
early-
Whigs disappeared?
Yeah,
completely?
they probably got less and less popular, and then I'm sure they just got absorbed into either.
Who was the president that was a Whig?
I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, George Washington wore a wig.
Yeah, but you
William
can't
Henry Harrison.
Woodrow Wilson?
He was president, right?
Who?
Woodrow Wilson.
Who's
He was
that?
he was a president.
Oh.
You'll read
Take a
about
few more
him.
guesses.
I don't know. Franklin?
Benjamin.
No?
Wait, what do you mean no?
I'm just naming presidents.
What number president was Benjamin Franklin?
He had to be like 2 or 3.
What?
Way back there, right?
Yeah, well, because he there's pictures of him and George Washington, so that makes me think that they were president. Like George Washington was the founding father.
No, he wasn't.
Yes,
and
he was.
Benjamin Franklin was the
second founding father.
As you can see in the photographs.
Yeah.
He's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you mean? I wasn't that far off.
No, I think you're way off. I think
you were right.
He was the first president.
But he
George Washington.
He wasn't.
George Washington was the first president ever.
You've said many
George
things.
Washington was.
You've said many things, Dingo. A couple of which were correct.
Yeah.
Now
Wait,
Benjamin
was
Franklin
that one
was not
correct?
the second president, and he wasn't a president ever.
Benjamin Franklin wasn't.
There are no pictures of them. And
Franklin wasn't a president?
nah,
What was he?
a statesman, an inventor,
A congressman?
a seer of the future.
Oh, he was a famous diplomat.
That is
Sure.
actually correct.
Yeah.
Wait, did you read that?
I'm fucking looking at a picture of you, dude.
He did all kinds of shit. He was
Sorry.
He was a so
my bad. Andrew's found a picture of Ben Franklin and George Washington with Abraham Lincoln.
well, of course, there's no pictures, but yeah, they're in paintings together. The whole
Yeah.
making the Constitution thing. So he helped make the Constitution. He wrote an influential newspaper that had like an influence on politics. He invented a bunch of shit, discovered electricity, and he was the American ambassador to France.
Wow. That makes him a diplomat.
He did a lot.
No, you're right. He was a diplomat. That was his probably most substantial
But
political job.
can we
for
just
a
go
minute.
back real quick?
Yeah.
Let's go.
George Washington's the first president of the United States.
Jason, you disagree.
What do you think, Jason? What was George Washington's role in our country?
I mean, I think George Washington was a president, but he was like 74th or some shit.
Holy shit.
74th. What do you guess?
There was like
number
weird
one?
presidents.
Number 1.
Jim Bilby and shit, like real.
He's
old
the founding
dudes.
father of this country.
Wait, if George Washington was number 74, what number is Donald Trump?
I don't know, like 150.
I'm going to go ahead and just say Donald Trump's the current president.
And
Wait,
where does James Bilby fall in
wow.
on this?
Wait, you get a pat on the back for that?
No. I think
I reckon it's fucking Tuesday, dickhead.
So there was Jim Bilby.
I beat you easy
I
with
think we
that
all
one.
remember where we were when Jim Bilby was assassinated.
Right.
I don't. We haven't had 150 presidents. I think we're like still in our 60s or 70s right now.
All right. I just don't think George Washington was the first president ever.
All right.
I wish there was a way we could find out.
We'll never know.
Someday they'll invent a working computer.
Well, he is on the $1 bill.
What does that mean?
He's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, George Washington's the first president.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
son of a gun. So who was the president? So they made up president. He made up president?
Yeah, so America was a British colony.
Oh,
and then they
that's
decided
what-
they didn't want any part of it anymore. So then Mel Gibson and his sons fought for our freedom.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
And afterwards, George Washington had been the general that led the American troops. And so he became he didn't become the president because he was the general. People wanted him to be president.
Yeah.
Like Eisenhower.
He was like the most respected dude ever. I've read recently that like I think even the British people, the British press, when he died, they're like, okay, like we'll talk shit on anybody, and yeah, that guy beat us in a war, but you know what? Washington, super cool dude. Can't say a bad thing about the guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I've also seen some artist renderings of what he actually looked like, and it's not a pretty sight.
Very lumpy.
Big
Very
fat dick, though.
Lumpy.
Sure, he's dick.
Red. Wait. Hey, baby.
He was
Did you
painted
really
in the
see his
nude
dick?
often.
Yeah. He's also known as the founding father of porn.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Right?
Hey, it's a crack so big it can be seen in satellite images.
Man, does anybody know how to make a big giant frozen block in your fridge go away? Turn the fucking thing off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Just ice won't give up. It's like I got one of those glacier things in my house.
Yeah, you just got to turn it off.
Could probably just live off it.
Something's blocked.
Yeah, you got to defrost that sumbitch.
Yeah,
Wait,
dude.
you got but
Flood
I
that
don't
thing
have
out.
a defrost button.
Just pee on it.
You rip the power cord out. That'll fucking defrost it real quick.
It did him real quick. So I'm trying to tell you, it's disconnected from the wall, and all I've got is a fridge with fucking giant ice block in it.
Hey,
I keep trying to hit it with an on it kettlebell.
I got a question.
To make it.
No.
To make it.
Oh yeah,
hey,
you don't want to do that.
Is your fridge?
Why don't I want to do that?
It could damage it.
Is your fridge
It
still
could damage
running?
the fridge.
Get a new fridge, dude.
Oh.
That's the
No,
only,
because he's got ice in his fridge? No.
Get a new fridge,
No.
man.
Ice
Can't
will
even get
go
it out.
away. It will go away at some point. You don't need to throw
I need
away
to
the
Prop
fridge.
the door open. Leave the door open.
It is open.
Yeah, you just gotta wait.
Yeah,
It's gonna be hot this week.
How many weeks does it take?
Get a hairdryer in there.
I put salt on it. I put hot
Don't put
water
salt
in it.
on it.
Why not?
Salt like hardens the ice. It doesn't melt it.
No, it doesn't, you dumb fuck. Salt makes it the opposite. It breaks it down.
Benjamin
Why do you
Franklin.
think
Good
people
job,
are-
Jason. You've made super ice.
Yeah, now it's time for a new fridge.
Yeah.
Bob Jimby, inventor of Super Ice.
Well, I hope everybody's learned something from the show today.
Yeah,
20 minutes in.
Benjamin Franklin's a
We've
diplomat.
kicked a lot of knowledge.
Trill
Pound for
knowledge.
pound.
Yeah. So it's a crack so big it can be seen from space.
Your mom's.
Yep, got it.
Burn! Yeah, it's 7.1 magnitude quake created a crack so big it can
Yep.
be seen from space.
Cool.
It's really big. If you were a spaceman and you were in space, you could see it from up there.
This crack.
Yeah.
I'll show you a crack.
Wait, where's the crack, though?
I'm waiting.
That's right there in that
on what planet?
GIF we're looking at. That's Earth.
Holy shit, that's our planet.
Wait,
Yeah.
we got a crack?
It was Earth all along.
We got a big crack.
What
You
happened?
damn dirty
You
apes.
did hear about the biggest earthquake to hit California while you were out of town?
Yeah.
The
Well,
last 20 years?
I saw a video of people's swimming pools doing the wobbly.
That video is insane.
It's cool.
Looked like a wave pool.
That's a good
Everybody's
long.
okay, though, right?
That's a good long earthquake.
Yeah, it was.
Two of them.
Yeah, how did you guys who stayed in town fare with it? Was it super scary like Twitter says?
No, did Twitter really say that?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
depending on where you were.
I feel like the news blew it out of proportion. I was
Well,
all the way
no,
in
Wait, the
Thailand.
news blew it out of proportion? They never do that.
No, but listen, come on. No, it was a huge earthquake.
Yeah, it was huge.
Wait, were
Okay.
you there for it?
I was in Thailand.
Well, then you can't say shit about it. You can't make fun
Yes,
of it
you
if you
can.
weren't there.
You could talk
I'm
about-
backing off because I wasn't there.
Yeah, but we
If
live in
these
California.
These guys were here, and maybe it was very emotional. I'm just trying to give everybody a shot, you know?
Yeah,
I
no.
was in a
So
movie
fucking
theater. and
mean,
half the
dingo.
people
I'm
ran
not
out.
being mean.
Thought you got peaceful in Thailand.
I did.
You're
I
very
did.
aggressive to the locals here.
Andrew was here in Los Angeles, which is, at least 100,
Yeah, Andrew was
150
here,
miles away.
locally enjoying himself at a theater, and then what happened, Andrew?
Half the movie theater ran out once it started shaking
Pussies.
because they thought all the speakers hanging from the ceiling were going to drop.
Yeah, they
What
canceled
movie?
the basketball game.
Spider-Man.
There's a new
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Nick. Wait, isn't that like the cartoon one for
Let's go to
kids?
the dollar.
No, there's a
movie.
new
New
real
live action one
yeah,
that
live
came out.
Isn't that for like fucking young kids?
No, that was Spider-Verse.
Oh.
And that was
even
great.
that.
And that
people.
kicked ass too.
Yeah,
That was
right?
awesome.
You listen.
I was in a movie theater once when a quake hit, and only a couple people left because it wasn't really all that bad. But I saw stories about people running out like screaming. Were people screaming, Andrew?
Nobody was screaming.
Okay,
but they
wait.
were very concerned.
Were you one of the people that left?
No, I stood there and was just like, I'm not under one of the swinging speakers. I'll be good.
Fuck yeah.
What is the biggest earthquake that you've ever felt, Jason? What number was it?
I've never really been in one.
I have. I've been in one in California. It was like 2008. The house shook.
What size was it?
I don't remember. You know what? I just,
Do you remember what the size
I don't
of the
remember
one
the
was?
size of it, but I felt the fucking ground fully shake. The house moved. Fucking shit fell off
Okay.
the wall.
Do you remember what the magnitude was when we were on the air?
But
It was
like,
kind of recent, right? At the old the previous studio.
I don't know.
I think that was like a 3, 4 or something.
I get what you're saying on the
3.4.
magnitude.
I mean, I've been in where
So-
it does a wobble, but I've never been in a room or outside where things tipped over
My
and
building-
fell over like you see on YouTube.
So
and
my
stuff.
building is new and it's on rollers. And
Yes.
I've actually been in it too when I've like woken up and then felt the shaking and then the aftermath it like just sways because you're on rollers. And
Cool.
it's fucking scary.
Let's
Like,
just say that the earthquake that we were in the studio is a 3.5. Your natural inclination is to think that a 7 would be twice as powerful, but it's not. 3.5. Okay. 4.5 is 10 times the power of a 3.5. 5.5 would be 100 times. 6.5 would be 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's like an exponential scale.
And so a 7.1 would be almost 10,000 times as big as that one we felt in the studio. 10,000
which
times.
I believe is scientifically true on some level, but obviously is not the experience we have of because the 3.5 anybody would feel it. You'd really have to be oblivious to not feel it. This one that happened over the weekend, I was in my basement, and it went on for a long time. It was for long enough that I went upstairs and told my son, I was like, hey, why don't we just walk in front of the house? We don't need to take the risk it's going to get even worse and have this thing collapse on us. We had time.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had time to do that, but not a single thing fell off.
Of course not, because it's halfway between here
and Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Right, but what I'm saying is it 10,000 times stronger than one that somebody could feel would be misleading to people who weren't here. For example, everyone I'm related to on the East Coast who texted me immediately to make sure that we weren't engulfed in, like falling into the earth.
If that happened in Los Angeles, that would be fucking bad news.
Yeah, the one that hit while we were on the air was a closer one, I think.
Yeah, it was.
The 6.4, that was the first one that hit. And then the 7.1 was the next day, and they were saying that one, like the 7.1 was 11 times the strength of the 6.4.
So are we saying that this was the big one we've been waiting for, and we're good?
Nope. No, big one's supposed to be like 8 or higher.
That'll
I think,
be
right?
about a million times bigger than that one.
Oh God. Why are you saying that?
So a book might fall
Because
off the shelf?
he loves it. He fucking loves the end.
Tully.
How
about this on the other side?
You want everyone to die before you do.
How about this on the other side? A book might fall off a shelf.
Well,
why are you yelling at everybody about it?
Northridge. Why did you ask the people that were in the Northridge earthquake when the interstates collapsed onto the highway?
What do you do? What do you do? Just don't drive.
A book falling off a shelf.
You don't have to ask people in Northridge. They're happy to tell you about it. They're like the vegans of earthquakes. They work it into every conversation.
Oh my God! I've never
vegan of earthquakes. I mean, I like it when you fuck with Will, but that's.
I have met some assholes
brutal.
in my time. I've never in my life met anyone as cynical and as I'm gonna take a shit on that as Tully.
Will, so what are you saying?
Can't all be great.
Did you redo your prepper bag once you got back to LA after the
You
earthquake?
can see it from space.
You know what though? Somebody made me listen. There's a podcast about the earthquake, and I don't know how I got onto it recently, but I did. And after I heard about that, I was like, shit, because if something really bad, going back to Will, if something really bad did happen, on a scale of yes, if that was the earthquake that happened in Ridgecrest happened in the center of LA, shit would hit the fan. And he's right. That would also mean that law enforcement and the safety, some of these people would not go to work. Right? And
I think most are professionals.
Most.
Yeah.
But when you're family and there's fucking...
You think the Gronk will still play football?
He retired.
Oh, sorry.
He will not.
Sorry, NFL
But what I'm
listeners.
saying is when shit does hit the fan and say that earthquake happens...
Do you think the Gronk will save people because he's so huge and fast that he doesn't have to play football?
I hope so.
Or will he be able to play the piano?
If the earthquake comes, I'm calling Gronk because I think he's the real Rock.
But you're gonna need certain survival kits because
he's like Hobbs.
After that second one hit, I went on Amazon and
did you go and buy stuff?
I bought a go bag, yeah.
Yeah, see, you're gonna need certain supplies because banks aren't gonna be open. You're gonna run out of water.
Just get the fuck.
Well, you know what?
Pussies.
When the big one hits, you can't have any of my water purification tablets.
I don't want to live. I'm just gonna kill as many people and I'm gonna rape and set fire to everything and steal and
I've got
run
a
cars
gun and
I'm
water.
gonna get a nuclear weapon.
But you're gonna want a gun.
I'm gonna be making.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stay home.
You're gonna want a gun because people are gonna come looking for your water.
I've got all the guns.
Tully's gonna pick up the book and put it back on the shelf.
It seems like a logical progression that if 3 to 6 means I go from feeling it to boy, I really noticed that one, then a full-blown 7 would probably mean that.
Oh, I can't wait for the day you shit your pants.
What am I doing?
What
are we doing? What is Tully and I? What are we doing wrong because of earthquakes in America? What? My existence is it? What's offending you about me existing around them?
Nothing.
Should I do something else? Should I say something else?
No.
Is there anything I can do?
No.
Right.
Good.
So why do you got to raise everybody's fears about it?
I don't have to raise anybody's fears. I'm saying that
We were relaxed about a crack in the ground.
all I was
and you started
saying-
yelling at everybody because everyone needs to get
that's
really
not what
emotional
happened.
about it.
I said there's a crack in the ground.
Yeah.
And then Tully started, whatever, it's a pussy, I don't care.
He did not say that.
He did.
I reckon he did.
All right.
I got a go bag in my car right now, Will.
What is this go bag that
I
you're all
don't
speaking
know.
of?
Safety kit. Hopefully it's got mushrooms in it.
It's a book bag that's full of like
I've got a go bag.
supplies.
No, his is
That-
full of cocaine.
It's,
You know what? I
it's
got a
got
go
like
bag.
It's a book
I
of
got a go
winning
bag right here.
sayings.
Check this out. These guys, when I did the podcast today, High and Dry, this, what is it, Absolute Extract guys gave me this cannabis-infused syrup. So it's
That's good for you.
scissor
that goes in a go bag.
and it comes with
That's in the go bag.
it's my go bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's got no water. Glug, 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 glug,
You put
glug,
that
glug.
on pancakes?
I don't fucking
Yeah.
care. Yeah, I don't care anymore. What are you gonna do?
I want to hang with you.
Yeah, I've got 2 bottles, Dingo. So fucking, we're fine.
The one that I ordered comes with like a mask, goggles,
Yeah, you need a mask.
Yeah,
Um,
ski mask.
Wait,
I'm concerned.
MREs.
You need a ski mask. I'm concerned because
No, not a
what kind
ski
of
mask.
What kind of mask? An
A
oxygen mask?
breathing mask to
What's
to
it go
filter
into?
out.
Oh,
It
just
goes
a-
over your mouth.
Oh, wait, just like a thing if you're painting something, like one of those.
A little,
No,
yeah, kind
not
of.
even. It's a medical mask, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that and what else? It comes with like first aid kit, water
In
tablets.
case you get a cut, you can put a Band-Aid on it.
It puts like they get like one of those bars
What?
that's fucking slime that's
Seriously,
like 12,000 calories.
MRE?
Yeah, so you just eat like a bite and that gives you enough calories for the day or some shit.
That sounds great.
You get some ponchos, some rope, matches.
Maybe if
glow
I'm
sticks.
25 or I'm
Party
like
hat.
Oh,
Steven
yeah.
Seagal or something, but I just don't care anymore. I mean, like everything's going down. I've got a flake of a power bar that keeps protein in my system for the next 5 days, or I could fucking die.
Yeah, that sounds.
Get off me!
I
You gotta have the will to. I did tons of shit. Piss off.
My go pack is
I'm
gonna
not
have
hanging out here.
a couple of cyanide pills in it.
No, it's not for me hanging out. I think it's so you can get the fuck out of there.
That's
do
why
you
they call
go?
it a go
I'll
pack.
find me the biggest crocodile and pick a fight with it.
Well, let's just move on from that subject.
Look at this crack.
There's a
crocodile.
giant crack in the desert. I'm not going to say why it formed.
No,
but
let's talk about that.
It's the latest tourist attraction in California. People driving out to the Mojave Desert.
I wonder if you
Mojave.
could jump it. Could you jump it?
You could jump the
Get
crack.
Robbie Madison to jump the crack for Red Bull or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, I got a fucking
you should
sponsor.
do it. You should do it.
Speaking of
What?
energy,
What?
Outlaw Energy. I got a fucking
Really?
yeah. What's up, Dingo?
Dude.
You want to fucking fight?
Dude, that should be your first
Outlaw
start.
Energy sponsors. I got a fucking
You
energy
should-
drink
you should
sponsor.
Jump the crack.
Outlaw
Jump the
Energy.
crack.
Let's do the
Jump
crack
the
jump.
crack.
Hit me up.
So people are uploading their crack photos on the
Outlaw
internet.
crack jump with Jason
Yeah.
Ellis.
Outlaw crack jump. Some of that outlaw crack.
You can jump my crack any day, Will.
That might be.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I thought that was going to go back to
Yeah.
you, Will, but okay.
From the Forsyth County News in Georgia, authorities say that 2 Forsyth County teens have been arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at them and see if we can figure out what did they do. Show me them teens. There they go.
Oh, she's very young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's young too.
Teenagers, you'd say.
They swish
kinda good
mustard
looking.
around in their mouth and spit it back in the tube and put it back on the shelf.
Man, what is that shit?
Did he?
I am so offended by that. That's the new thing to do.
Is it?
Man, you don't know about that?
No.
It's the in the man. I don't know what community it's in, but I follow some hip hop thing on Instagram, and it's
World Star?
nah, some other. It doesn't matter.
What is it,
But-
mouthwash, you said?
No, they do swig a mouthwash, spit it back in there, put it on the thing. People drink sodas, put it back on. People open ice cream and lick the top of it and put it back on and put it back in the freezer. Like it's all the kids are doing this thing where they go to the supermarket, lick, spit, or backwash all the things in the supermarket and put the lid back on.
Why?
And then because it's like dabbing. It's like the new dab. You fucking idiots.
It's gonna get them followers.
And it shows them. And they show their face. Like, look, yep, I'm that guy. And I lick the top of the ice cream, put the lid back on, and then it shows. You know, I don't know. I don't know how they don't all get it's clear faces of all the people that do it. I don't know
They
how.
are getting arrested.
They are.
Yeah. They're all
Oh.
getting in trouble.
Good.
The girl has been arrested.
The girl
that started it in, I want to say San Antonio with the
Yeah.
ice cream.
She licked an ice cream thing in a Walmart.
That's
and
right.
I think that people were pissed.
How long do you do?
They were looking for her for
So a
like
trans
week or
girl,
something.
grabbed Listerine, chugged, spat back in, put the lid on, walked off. Like, hey, I'm like, man, you son of a bitch. But these ones,
Yeah, bring on that earthquake.
what?
I said, bring on that earthquake.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, let me snack on a power bar so I can hang out with you fuckheads.
Oh, these
It's
teens.
licking the lids of hard-working Americans' ice cream. Fucking work hard. I'm gonna give tax money, and you're gonna lick the top of my ice cream.
I was gonna give that to
The
my kids.
fuck, kids? Come on.
Well, these kids were also trying to get followers
Okay.
with a kidnapping prank.
Did they kidnap themselves?
Well, yeah, I guess the girl's tied up in the back of the car and screaming things like, "He's going to kill me." Ha ha ha!
That is funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. And next thing you know, people were calling 911, and yeah, they found them, and they've been arrested.
turned up.
She's really pretty.
Yeah,
she
I think
could have.
so,
She
too.
could have done something way better than that.
She could have been a contender. From the UK newspaper The Sun, there's another woman who wants to look exactly like Barbie.
What does Bobby exactly look like?
Dude, Barbie in real life, from what I can tell, is a hideous monster because every time somebody tries to look like Barbie, it's a mess.
They've brought her dimensions in a little bit, Barbie. I was looking at some Barbie dolls.
That's her regularly?
Yeah, okay, this is her
Looks like Nicole Richie.
I'd do her.
before she
I know, huh?
started her Barbie transformation.
And?
Then...
That's the dog.
Dun,
Whoa!
Boing, yoing, 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 yoing.
You know, I'm gonna. This one, her boobs are like a
34J.
okay, but I don't follow this person, but I recently discovered somebody on Instagram that somebody retweeted, and I thought that it was a trans lady, and then I went down a rabbit hole or whatever, and she's a lady. And she has so much surgery that, because a lot of trans women, when they get the surgery, they're like a skinny guy. They take the estrogen or whatnot, and then you get the implants. But if you do too much of an implant, sort of like Kim Kardashian in some photos where you'll see a skinnier top thigh, and then the butt sort of just pops up like the top of an ice cream, so it doesn't really fit. This girl has that, but her ass is really like out of control big. Her lips are out of control big. Her boobs are out of control big eyebrows, big hair. I think she has a turbo Porsche, like loaded. Obviously has sugar daddies or whatnot, but it looks.
Or a good job at NASA.
It looks. Look, and this is for me because I can be into ridiculously looking people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was taken. I'm like, what is this? This has gone so far that I can barely tell what was originally there. And then I click even further back. She was in the 90s. She was like a full plastic surgery ding dong. But now the scale has gone, and the people that love it, she's huge. The amount of people that like her for the look that she has, because I would have said, because I don't know who she is. I still can't remember her name. I'm watching it and I'm going, this is really sad. And then I look through more photos, and then I look down at the likes. She's gigantic. Everybody wants to fuck her. Every comment is like, oh my God, can I get some? And then I'm like, okay, this is what society tells girls like this. They'll do something big. Man, I don't want to say, I've got a friend right now who's doing stuff to her lips. It's ridiculous. She's so pretty. And now she's got big fat lips. And she's making them fatter every day. And I can't even take her serious anymore. She doesn't even look, she looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't really get it either, but it is.
But men respond to this, and it's a certain kind of men, not all the time, but a lot, that really like you. You know, if you're not that pretty, just naturally pretty, and you have some money and you get giant boobs, giant ass, Botox, big lips, raise your eyebrows, big hair extensions, there's a certain kind of guy that will just think you're the you're the most smoking thing on the planet according to social media, and then that's what you look like for the rest of your life. Like, I don't put it past people anymore just because I think the way men make women think that's what they should look like. And if you don't believe in yourself enough, you end up becoming something that looks like that.
Is it just because I'm old that I don't find? I think that's hideous looking.
No, it's because I think there's people that are your age that totally dig it.
And also, this is not a totally new thing. I think there's always been the kind of guy that's into the chick who's like really over the top to the point where you're like,
it's just what's over the top, Michael, is now has to excel.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, all you can see are like big fake lips and tits.
I wish
just a lip tit monster.
I should have followed her. It was out of control.
She is 40 years old.
Wait a minute. My wife is 30.
She looks older than that. That woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks older than 40.
She
dreams a day older than 55.
She dreams of one day having the biggest boobs in the world, which is another hideous thing.
Yeah, because she's got some serious competition there.
And she says, I'm never, ever going to stop getting plastic surgery.
That sucks because she's pretty cute.
Yeah.
The before picture.
To me, that's a reasonably attractive girl.
I'm way more into this than what she's done.
Oh, no. That's a monster.
Look, this is, if you walk by, if the first one walks by and the second one walks by, who turns their heads?
Oh, the crazy monster-looking one?
She cares about, dude. That's all. And
yeah, but I'm not turning my head to go, oh, my God, look at that clown.
I disagree. I think that, yes, you think, look at that clown, but I think 50%, I don't even want to know or say, because I don't know, but I would be surprised if it wasn't over 50% of most men would be like, if their wife wasn't around or listening to their brain, I'd probably give that a go, versus just some little girl in a sweatsuit walking her dog that you don't notice. People want to do that.
But
right?
The biggest boobs in the world.
Like young guys want to do that.
Who thinks that's attractive? The big, like the gigantic.
But he's saying lots of people do.
Yeah, it's like why is like weird porn is big, you know?
Yeah.
Guys are into weird stuff because they've seen the other stuff. They want extreme measures, and these big booby, big long nail, big ass things are an extravagant. It's a weird thing. It's like men. I've felt it before, you know, in the hip hop community. Every now and then I've been to a club where a girl has just it's too wide. She's too wide. Giant nails, giant hair, just thing. Everything is gigantic, and I'm like, man, what would that do to me? I'm in. Why am I in? What is that? It's, to me, it's like a giant. It's sex on steroids. It's over the top, but it's giant sex. Like when a girl walks by that's attractive, it's like a sexy girl. If it's a giant girl with all their giant sex parts are gigantic, it's giant sex. It's fucking basic fun. Like when your dumb caveman dick sees all that, it sparks interest.
Yeah, it's just a cartoonish thing. It's like if you think it's kind of cool for a guy or for yourself if you had like kind of big muscles, well then how cool is He-Man? He's fucking his muscles have muscles. That's it's just that. I can see where people would be sort of interested in. I would love to try that once. It's a totally different thing to be like, that is my shit.
Yeah, that's the only person I hook up with.
The trying to have the biggest boobs in the world thing, that is nothing new at all. I always remember, I've always read newspapers, I've always read the sports page, and since I was a kid, there was always some little ad of, you know, Dusty Gazongas with triple Z's is performing at the Playpen this week.
Dusty Gazongas?
I stole that from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but she always had some name like that. And the name always like made reference to how big her boobs were. Biggest boobs in the world, triple Z. I've seen that since I was a kid. That's not new.
I've seen, because like when I go on porn sites and they have like the thumbnails of whatever the videos are, and sometimes they autoplay or they'll show like a couple like split-second frames of it. Yeah. They've shown a couple of these girls, like the ones where like each ass cheek is like the size of a waterbed.
Yeah.
It just looks like a lumpy waterbed. And this chick, like, she was making her ass clap. And you know how, like, your butthole has an areola?
Yeah.
Her butthole areola was escaping her cheeks.
Yeah.
Because I think there's so much butt cheek meat, and it's always pressed together.
Yeah.
That, like, poop must come out like big pancakes. And then it just gives her, like...
No, but that's an interesting theory.
Man, just to be in Kevin's brain for one day.
fuck, I would like to be out of it for one day.
But don't change. Dream on, you crazy moron.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I thought this was bad reporting. And as a professional newsman, I just want to point this out.
You've got a font.
WH
And a watermark.
WHNT in Huntsville, Alabama has this story. Emergency crews were on the scene of a body found at a home Friday afternoon. A spokesman confirmed a person was found dead when emergency crews arrived. Police on the scene said a vehicle had fallen on a man at the home. Don't you want to know how that car got up in the air? He's just like sitting around watching TV and then a car falls through the roof?
That's not real. That didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
How does a car fall on somebody?
H&T in Huntsville, I mean, they've got the scoop. They got the team on your side.
No, but they didn't mean to say that. That was like a computer fuck-up.
Okay.
It didn't really happen.
I think it did.
You think a car fell on somebody's house?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I've just been watching too much Wizard of Oz.
I saw a video of somebody jumping a car into a bunch of stacked cars.
Maybe that was
That
him.
must have been fun.
That's cool.
It did look cool, yeah. No, it'd be something look fun.
This news story sounds like it was written with a Mad Lib, where
I don't know what that means.
Well, you have to say a noun, say a verb, add an adjective or whatever in the blanks, and then it makes a funny story.
Okay.
But anyway, police say a woman stole a vehicle after throwing a snake at the driver, then crashed through barricades set up for a pole vaulting exhibition.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, those are a lot of things.
Yeah. A lot of adjectives.
You
And
should
verbs.
never fuck with a lady that has a snake when she's driving.
Yeah.
Well, police in Greenville say
I've been to Greenville.
Yeah, I think I have too.
I think Dave Mirra's from Greenville.
Beautiful place.
Really?
They identified the suspect as a 29-year-old woman who was hurt in the car crash. She was released from the hospital yesterday. Authorities say she demanded a woman's keys and threw a live black snake at her. They say she then drove the stolen SUV with the snake still inside into barriers set up for the Liberty Bridge jump-off.
This is my favorite news story ever.
Yeah, I'm confused.
The snake was released into nearby woods.
I'm still super pumped that Will's got his own font with a watermark.
Font and watermarks.
That's why it's so disappointing to me when he skips stories. After all the work that goes into printing them.
Yeah, such a waste of toner.
And colored printer.
Right? Yeah, both. In Mapleton, Pennsylvania.
He's got a crown in there, a bit of gold, some blue.
Holy shit, Dingo.
It's the USA Today of radio news.
I do have infographics. You can't see them on the radio, but they are there. In Mapleton, Pennsylvania, and the lovely congregation of the Grace United Methodist Church, somebody there must be a sinner. The Huntington County Emergency Management Agency says lightning smote the church bell tower on Saturday, causing damage to the steeple, the roof, and a hand railing. According to the agency, that means somebody in that church has not been praying enough. No injuries reported this time, but if they don't get to praying harder, who knows what'll happen next time.
I'm going to fuck your ass.
Right.
Yeah, who knows what randomly occurring scientific phenomenon will strike next as divine retribution.
No, I shouldn't laugh.
That's what I was going to say. It's time for pubic hair to be revealed.
Yes!
I'm talking about the most popular pubic hair style.
What is the most popular pubic hair style, Will? Because
Well, just
I just
listen
recently
up.
got pubes.
Well, to
What?
to any of the women listening, by the way, how you prune your lady garden is up to you.
Oh, that's good for them to finally know.
But if they asked your opinion, Will, it would be.
But if you're gonna have any,
How do you like your vag, Wilson?
garden gnomes, treading through your pathways?
Oh,
What?
why don't you just
may-
lick some snatch or something. Like it doesn't.
You may
Pathway
want to,
treading in the garden doesn't make it any more gentle.
Before any hoeing in your garden begins, you might want to do a little.
Prune your lady bonsai.
Yes. That same thing applies to men, by the way, and their, dingy mulch farms.
Man.
So what do you think? Do ladies prefer smooth sailing or more of a walkabout in the bush?
I tell you, I just got recently told that preferred hairy.
Yes,
Yeah.
you mentioned that.
Yeah.
As it
I
turns
think
out,
chicks prefer groomed, not bare.
I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. I don't know.
men and women are basically
I
attracted
don't think
to the same
women
thing.
like back hair,
Men and women
I don't think so either.
like the same thing.
but I do think some women like hairy chests.
Yeah.
Bald, Will. Bald.
But I don't think that many women like fully bald.
While full bush is apparently fashionable,
I've been
it
telling
is
you guys this for years.
not more popular than being well groomed with some hair. The study shows that 2/3 of men prefer females to have some hair on their body. In fact, 63% were attracted to either a natural-looking woman or women with a bit of hair but not too much. And only 20% of men were complete pussies, saying that the very thought of any body hair on a woman turns them off completely. An expert in the field of waxing says, quote,
You don't even have to have a vagina for me to be into you.
Red Dragons.
women are still likely to remove all the hair from the labia and crack, as it feels smoother, heightens sexual activity, and is more hygienic.
I had to have a discussion with my wife about my crack hair
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, look, you're saying you want body hair, stomach, chest hair. Well, guess what? That goes down to the pubic section.
Oh, you want hair.
And then that goes to the
here's my
bunghole.
ass
And then that goes
hair.
down to the, I mean, where does it fucking end?
The grundle.
It ends in no. It starts in the hole and in the grundle and around the balls, and then when you get above the dick, then you're allowed to have a groomed thing that blends up into the chest hair. Is what I'm going.
You're talking
for.
about your
I have hairs on my legs too right now. It's really hard to get used to.
clipping your manly hothouse.
Yes, I have. Man, I want to cut. I want to cut it all off. Pretty
Speaking
soon.
of things people do to their privates, apparently the latest trend in women's lady garden pruning is vaginal sheet masks.
What's that?
Yes.
They are products designed to brighten and smooth the lady garden area.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Are we talking piss flaps?
Think of it as dragging a log
That's
behind
a
a
button.
tractor.
What?
Think of it as dragging a log behind a tractor in
No,
your
I
lady
will not.
garden, and
No, I
then
will not.
lighting it up with a bunch of really high-powered flashlights.
I feel like if you have a really wrinkly vagina, then sure, you should apply some stuff that they do for people's faces that makes their faces less wrinkly.
They're trying to.
So it depends on what kind of vagina you got. If your vagina's fine, then you don't need this stuff. But if you're thinking, man, why does my vagina look way more wrinkly than Rachel's vagina? Well, then maybe check out some vag masks.
I think the major concern is razor
Steam
bumps.
your vag? Razor bumps? Yes. Yes, the hair thing. What
In-
do we
in the-
do?
in the garden area.
You wax it, but then you got to let it grow out before you get it waxed again, which means you got a couple of days there where you're just inappropriately too hairy. And then you shave it so you don't have to get waxed and you get razor burn. Oh, life. What do
That's
you
why
do?
you use the laser beams.
Yeah, electrolysis.
Yeah.
Doctors do warn, however, you should be cautious about
If you have blonde hair, it
using
doesn't work.
any products around
If you have
your
tattoos, it doesn't work.
sensitive lady garden area.
You shouldn't what?
Why
should
do you
use
call it a
caution.
sensitive lady garden area?
And-
You ever noticed all these stupid names he's
And
got
it
for them?
has to be pH balanced if you're
Yep.
gonna put it on your vulva.
Yep. No, there's tons of pussies are like emotional. They're like Tito Ortiz.
Your vulva is sensitive.
Yeah, you can't
It's like
you can't
the
be poking
fountain.
around with those things. They get itchy.
It's like the fountain in your lady garden.
Yeah.
I just read 3 stories today that said lady garden. And here comes another one.
Let's go for 4.
Our old friend Dylan Harper is in the news.
Your old friend.
With the best way to remove pubic hair. She says this is how you should go about landscaping your queenly meadow, or your
Queef to la queef.
guy patch.
I wonder how many headbutts it would take for me to knock myself out right now.
Take these easy steps if you want to prevent unsightly ingrown hairs.
Yeah.
Number 1, prep your skin. It's the biggest hair removal mistake people make.
Idiots.
She shampoos and conditions her,
Hole patch.
yes, her Princess Park before she goes to town on it. She also says, number 2, always work with a fresh razor. This should remove the hair in one swipe without snagging it, she says. Number 3, if you decide to leave a landing strip in your babe barnyard, you should blow dry the area for ultimate fuzziness. And number 4, finally,
Rock on!
treat the area with a small amount of aloe vera. Just
Oh, the old aloe.
pat it on your
Okay.
doll forest and
It's called cocoa butter.
that too.
How did something from Dillian Harper's blog make it into Will's news?
I don't know.
Like this
I
is
just-
what is this from the New York Times?
Were you standing right behind her when she posted it?
Where did you get that from?
Yeah, it's a fair enough
It-
question. I actually need to know that as
Hey,
well.
It just popped up.
Where did,
Do you
where
have
did-
Google
where did-
alerts for Dillian Harper?
Yes.
Do
did
you?
No.
So where did it come from? From her
know.
actual Twitter?
Maybe I called her for that story.
Did you talk to her about the story?
I interviewed her.
Are you fucking
No, I
lying?
didn't. No, yeah, I'm lying.
Where did
I
it come
not.
from?
I don't know. A credible news source.
Wait, a news source that wasn't her Twitter account.
Right.
Are you lying?
No.
What
it was-
news sources do you typically go to? I know you go to Drudge. Let's see. Is there anything from Dillian Harper's tips on trimming
Please,
pubes
can
on
you
Drudge?
please just really, just to
I'm
make it
gonna
quick.
guess that it was a British, quote unquote, newspaper.
That quoted Dillian Harper.
Yeah, on what to do with your lady garden. Just
That
Google
is-
lady garden and you'll probably find it.
Wow.
A YouTube.
Right, it is the sun.
The Sun.
Oh, there you go.
Where's my mayhem cunt buttons? I don't know how else to say that.
I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look
How
at the
pissed
pages.
is she? They didn't put her picture in it.
They didn't?
No, they just literally put a picture of a razor on top of
Aw,
a square of
she's so
AstroTurf.
Cute.
She really is cute.
She's adorable.
A YouTube software engineer dropped LSD on the 4th of July before ramming a stolen truck into a stranger's and stabbing his friend with a pencil.
Yeah, I've been stabbed with a pencil before at school. I got stabbed in the arm with a
You
pencil.
were worried about lead poisoning, weren't you?
No.
No?
Nah, I didn't know. It was
Graphite?
in the 80s. No one told me about lead, but I was just like, I'm going to beat that dude up no matter what.
This dude is 32 years old and is in critical condition after sheriffs shot him.
Why?
That's way worse.
Ooh, yeah, you don't want to get shot when
Up-
you're on acid.
That didn't happen to me.
Apparently, he started his bad acid trip while at a vacation rental with 5 longtime friends.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
became delusional after 2 doses of acid, but decided
Should have done one.
he needed to take 2 more before
Oh,
leaving the house.
no. That's when everything goes.
He did
All
4
right.
dabs?
If he makes it, he'll be facing multiple counts of attempted murder.
Who'd he try and kill?
After 8 people were allegedly left hurt by his antics. Well, there are 5 people in the house, and he was driving around on acid, allegedly, and stabbing people with pencils.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is that how a vehicle ended up on top of some guy somewhere?
Yeah, that might have been
Probably.
the vehicle that fell on the guy.
Yep. A couple of quick stories. Southington police said they have arrested a man who used, they thought this is genius, jaws of life to get into ATM machines.
Lots
Yeah,
of
but
people
where
are
do you-
buying
but
them.
Where do you get a Jaws of Life?
That's
You can't
right.
buy one,
No,
can you?
I
They don't
think
have it at
so.
Home Depot.
You rent it from the local fire department or something.
Jaws Alive, you get it on Amazon, dude.
Yeah.
Can you really? 'Cause
Show
I
me.
need one. I want to get that ice out of my freezer.
Jaws of life.
Get one of Elon Musk's
All right, you
flamethrowers.
fucking frozen prick. Let's see if you can hold on to this.
It'll be at your door in 2 days.
I don't know if you can get a full-scale gasoline-powered fire department Jaws of life, but you can get stuff that's kind of close.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not even that expensive.
So bolt cutters.
I mean, that's the problem with ATMs. You drag them behind your car, you take them out of there, whatever. They got tracking devices. You can't get inside them once you steal them.
How much money does a random ATM hold?
I don't know. This guy stole about $300,000 in cash after robbing several of them. So.
Yeah, he had like 25 of them.
I guess the bank ones have more than just random, like,
yeah, but
7-Eleven ones,
if you
right?
steal a bank one, yeah,
that's
right.
real trouble.
Yeah, you're fucked. You don't get away with that.
Some people are crazy, Dingo.
Yeah?
Yeah, they are.
What do Volkswagen and Hitler have in common?
Racism? The Aryan way?
No, No, hippies. No, wait.
Wait,
no,
what?
Hitler.
Hitler is not a hippie.
Hitler and hippies have Volkswagen
Herpes.
in common?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went from the Hitler mobile to the hippie mobile
One
in,
bowl.
in like
Isn't that
15
weird?
years.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
And also, all the motorcycle guys at the time were all wearing the German helmets. You got the Iron Cross things, all
It's
that.
tough because they look badass. It's just they wanted to. I mean, I get it. You want to look badass. You just want to skim off the racist part.
Right.
I get it.
Well, but again, this whole thing happened in the world. We fought World War II with the Russians against Germany and Japan. And turned around and instantly were mortal enemies with the Russians and friends with Germany and Japan.
Wait.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's kind of weird.
Why would we do that?
Oh.
No, you mean the Italians.
The Italians, they were a part of it too. Yeah, they were against the.
No.
Yeah,
but
we're
but we're friends with them.
Yeah.
No,
they
we
weren't
fought
outside.
against them.
Did we?
Yeah.
No, yeah, they were
And
in
now
bed
they're our friends.
with the Germans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But aren't we
friends with
friends?
all our
Aren't we
enemies.
friends with the Russians now too?
I thought we were not allowed to be
Kinda.
friends.
There was that Cold War thing.
Yeah,
and-
they
Yeah, but
seem-
I'm
they
just
seem to-
saying,
they seem
like-
to have a couple friends in high places, but I think most of us are still opposed.
Oh, is that what that's what's happening? Yeah, but like,
I think that football guy is not friends with the Russians.
but we were
They took his ring.
we were
yeah, Robert Kraft.
Yeah,
we were not cool with Japan for a long time.
that's true.
They
Dingo.
dropped bombs on us.
That is correct.
In
we-
Hawaii.
They dropped even bigger ones on them later.
Return the favor.
Yeah, but then we did a really big one.
An eye for an
I saw
eye.
in that movie,
Two of 'em.
in that Vice movie, that Cambodia thing. They made it out like that Nixon guy decided to explode Cambodia to make money or something.
Oh, really? I
That's
don't know
what they
I don't know anything about the whole Khmer Rouge thing.
Mm.
Who was that? Cheney.
The movie was about Dick Cheney. Yes.
Weird. Anyway,
It's- what, weird
Volkswagen's
that he
gonna
used-
they're gonna
he's on
stop
point?
making them. So
I'll just
They're gonna stop making them.
yeah,
We're gonna stop making Dick Cheney.
I don't care. I don't care if they stop making Volkswagens.
The whole company.
I don't care because look, what you
VW
did-
gone.
You're Porsche.
no,
You're Porsche.
The
you know
Beetle.
You know what's better? Porsche. And
the-
that's what you are. Don't try to deny
The new
that
Be-
you separate yourself from Volkswagen, but you're still a Porsche.
No, but like he's just saying they're not making the Beatles.
Good.
Volkswagen.
It fucking sucks. It's a shit car.
No. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so fucking enough of the nostalgia already. And you know what? You can just bring it back like Chuck Liddell again, too. Just bring it back in 10 years.
They
from
will.
now. You'll be all right.
They will. They'll put a little flour in it and
Hey, we
fucking
gotta guess.
Bob's your uncle.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well,
No,
that's
Nah. How much news do you have?
about an hour more.
All right.
So that's news for today. Next time on Will's News, it's amazing things you never knew your body could do.
Yeah.
I'll demonstrate.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no.
We'll be back.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
Jason Ellis.
Eat my fish trench.
The Jason Ellis Show on Faction Talk.
So there's facial recognition technology. That's a thing that's out there. It's pretty creepy. China's using it widely, and probably more American cities than people are aware of are also using it. Basically, it's not so much that they're checking in real time to see where you are and what you're doing, but they can go back and look at stuff, and they can figure out from security cameras, who was where, if and when shit goes down. It turns out there is a wrinkle that the FBI could not have seen coming, though.
Yeah.
And that is that most facial recognition technologies cannot accurately read faces that are covered in juggalo face makeup.
The juggalos are undetectable.
That's right.
So the
Good news
juggalos
for,
can roam free.
Good news for
Bennett.
Crazy Bennett.
Whoop whoop.
Bennett.
He's fine.
His totally different alter ego. Crazy.
I always
Bennett.
wonder it because sometimes
It's
I
not
have
illegal
like,
to walk around with that on, right?
sometimes no, it's not. Sometimes I have like a big beard, as you guys know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't.
Yeah, you're very mysterious.
I'm very mysterious, but
and I can't recognize your face when
Well,
you don't
you-
have it.
yeah, but sometimes my phone won't recognize.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
even worse when you're painted up like a juggalo.
Yeah.
So if you had a juggalo paint face on and your beard,
Yeah.
The Chinese government ain't got shit on me.
These are the
You
kind
could
of
have- you
problems
could- you could
Shaggy
start-
Two Dope faces on a day-to-day basis.
well, Shaggy doesn't have to. You could have dick pics stored for days, buddy. No one's gonna get you. All right, we have a guest. Jump on the mic.
On it.
There's
Jesse
so
May
many guests.
Peluso.
I'm here.
Welcome.
You're
A dirty, rotten whore.
I was like,
Best intro ever.
sounded like you were going to go exactly where you went. I'm like, wow, okay. So I didn't know this, but you're already friends with Tully. And,
Yeah, I know
and
Tully.
Myself and Tully are friends, but we try to like live separate lives.
Smart.
So we stay out of each other's hair. That's as funny as I get for the day. And I saw you because I was invited by Sam Tripoli to do stand-up because I have dabbled a little. I came in hot and was like, oh, God, turns out I'm actually not as funny as I thought I was. And then I'm like, oh, there's a real game plan to this. This is an art form. You disrespected that by thinking you could just walk in and say, am I right? And everyone's going to laugh. You actually have to write stuff down. So then I told Sam Tripoli that I would try and do that again and I would write some stuff down. He was like, yeah, come do this thing. And it was like some private party thing. And I didn't know anybody. I knew Jim Florentine.
Yeah.
And I knew the names of some people there. And I was like, man, this is real comedians. And usually I get put on when somebody sucks. And Sam usually sets it up. So I'm like, well, that person's nobody. And they didn't even say anything funny. So I'm fine to come on. And I just saw, I was like, check out that chick's pretty hot because, you know, I mean, I'm a walking penis. And,
So am I.
And that makes total sense. And then you go up and do stand-up, and I'm like, fucking hell, man. This chick's really funny. And I think, I think I said hello to you before that and didn't know that you were doing stand-up. And that made me even more because it was one of those nights where I was aware of all the things that I'd done wrong to even bother being here. So I had come in with you should really watch what everybody else is doing and try to understand what they've worked on to get where they are. Because you've got your little thing that you've written down, and you're going to try and do it like a comedian does. So then when I saw you do your shit, I'm like, fucking hell, man. This chick is fucking gnarly. And then you kept going, and I'm like, how many fucking jokes do you know? And all these people are laughing, and there was there was two people. You, I don't know. Some fucking black dude, I don't know. Both of you destroyed. But I was like, all right, up next is Jason. I'm like, fuck off. Really? But I remember, and then I was like, hey, man, you're really funny. You should come on the show. And then I tell Tully, and Tully's like, yeah. And then I go,
Tully knew.
wait.
He already knew.
You're on a fucking his podcast all the time. You guys are
Yeah.
butt buddies. I had no
We're
idea.
butt buddies.
Yeah, we are.
He calls me the people's champ. I don't know if he calls other people that, but I hope.
call
Why-
every guest the people's champ.
Wow. Wow, Tully. Of all places to discover this on the Ellis Show.
I'm
How
sorry I had
rude.
to find out this way.
I also want to bring up that when you came in, because yesterday Amir Z came in and
Amir K.
Amir K.
Amir K, sorry.
Amir Z is
Wow,
his cousin
check
who's
me out.
stuck in the border.
Anyway, he came in and Tully went over and said hello to him, and it's the first person he's ever done that to. And you're his butt buddy, people's champ, and he didn't come over and say anything. And he also didn't say hello to fucking Lawrence Fishburne. He didn't fucking go over and say hello to him.
You
so
didn't
I
say
really
hello to Lawrence Fishburne?
He did it.
there's
not till
a
after.
weird. So watch out, because your title is looking to be stolen by Amir K. Because I don't know what that fucking butt buddy move was, dude. Still to this day, a very mysterious move he did yesterday.
What was it? Was it a handshake?
He
was
went
it a
over
hug?
there. He went over there. Where
Went
you
all
are.
the way to the door.
As he came in, Michael went over there and said hello to him. I was like, what is going on? I thought you were going to punch him. Maybe he fucked your wife or something.
Wow.
I didn't know what was going on.
He started it.
Amir K would definitely fuck your wife.
Sorry, you know what?
Everyone's wife in this room. Are you guys married? Who are these guys?
We're not
Oh,
married.
no. Jesse, this
Very
is
quiet.
You would fuck their wives, though.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
this
Gently.
is Dingo
Hey, you ate my baby.
Yep.
He did.
And this is Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
How's it going?
You look very gentle, but you look like you have like an internal aggression.
Wow,
That's pretty
spot
accurate.
on.
Yeah.
Dang.
You nailed it.
What about me? Do me.
I don't want to do you.
Aw.
No, you look gentle.
Oh,
You
okay.
definitely. I feel like your mom wasn't around a lot when you. were
No,
a
my
kid.
father wasn't. My mom was the only one around.
Was she? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
She did a great job.
Yeah, she did.
Top
thanks.
notch.
She a nice woman.
She's a great woman.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good. No drug
Yep.
problems.
No, yeah, I've had every kind of problem you need.
That's why she's a good woman.
So you do stuff, right?
I do stuff. Yeah.
You don't really. I heard
Yeah.
you're not really around that much because you do so much stuff.
Yeah, it's exhausting, but I mean, I love it.
So you wouldn't want it any other way?
I wouldn't. I thought about that today. I was on the phone with my girlfriend Natalie, who's got this, white husband, house, kids, beautiful place, and I thought like maybe I want that normal life, and I was like, fuck it.
Maybe fuck it, or
No,
do you think maybe you would like it?
I
if
would
you
get
had-
bored. I would get bored with it. I really would.
Do you get sick of being on the road though?
I used to. Now I don't. Now I don't because I realize like, what if you never know when the next gig's gonna come. It's like
Wait,
that
that's
Joan
how you
Rivers
say
thing.
it?
Did you ever see A Piece of Work, her documentary?
Joan Rivers, did you just say?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
She had this great documentary just about her life and being a comedian. And
Yeah.
even at her height, she was afraid of work coming in. I think that's just sort of a thing that, like, it's not so much of a fear. It's just like you have this, like, insatiable hunger to work.
Well, she had a problem. She was a classic workaholic. She was pulling out her day
daily,
books
yep.
from 15 years ago, and she's like, look at this, no blank spaces. Like her time was scheduled, some dumb interview, judging a pony show or something from 6 a.m.
Hey,
to
she
11
got
at
paid.
night.
She got paid.
That might be going too far, but it makes sense to think that you're going to lose it tomorrow, because I feel like if you always think you might lose it tomorrow, that's like some little thing in the back of your mind that keeps churning out the magic. Because
yeah,
I feel like that with the radio show. I don't want.
You never know.
Things would
You
just,
don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm
don't
like I
fucking
could just
know.
be not cool tomorrow. People are like,
You're
how's
fine.
that possible?
As long as you put those glasses on, you're all good.
See,
I
I
like
don't
the
believe
vibe.
you because I'm still. My part of me is like, what if she's lying, and then I am over with tomorrow.
But then did you put on the glasses because you want people to think you're projecting a certain, like, attitude, or did you put them on because I felt good?
I put them on because I feel good.
Okay, well, that's fine.
And I feel like seeing through rose-colored glasses always made me happy too.
What about the mustache? Why does that come on?
Yeah,
this is a weird thing. I'm going through a weird thing right now
Yeah,
where
that's
a
interesting.
girl said, my wife's friend suggested a guy should fuck her, and I can't fuck that girl. She hasn't, and I feel like I'm not that attractive anymore, so I changed my look.
You should grow a soul patch.
You thought adding a
I should
mustache
fucking
would make
headbutt
it
you
work?
if you say that again.
Why not
Fuck
a soul
you,
patch?
311. Why?
Okay, hear me out.
Why not a soul patch?
Hey, if you really want to stick it to
I
the
don't
man.
want. You know what? I'm now
Put
being
one
mean to
here.
soul patches. I don't want to be mean to soul patches.
I feel like it's
I
a
don't-
landing strip for dudes, though.
Yeah,
could be
flavor saver.
Diet pink.
Look, I am half a homo, so whatever you want to do. If you want to gay bash me on my own show, go ahead.
Make it match your sunglasses.
What, Diet Pink?
Yeah,
no,
why not? Get
because
crazy
I'm
with
fucking
it.
in my 40s. You don't have pink hair when you're 40.
You have gold in your mouth and you won't put pink on your chin? Really?
Yes,
That's
it's
where you
going too
draw the
far.
line?
He puts pink on his chin.
I did not.
That seems a little potentially Howie Mandel.
What, soul patch?
Pink soul patch.
Yeah, I'm not putting a
With pink
I don't know.
glasses?
I wouldn't put a fucking. There was a time, and even that I regret. That's probably the most regretful thing I've ever done in my life, and I have done some shit. I did heroin with prostitutes and almost died.
You don't
I'd
regret
rather
that.
I'd rather do that again than get a soul patch. I'm serious. If
I can
a
tell.
soul patch, that's like big money. I would not walk around with a soul patch for fucking millions of dollars.
Would
think
you,
about how funny it
for
would
the
be.
honor of next June, you should keep your mustache and just do a Roy G. Biv color scheme across, and just like
what?
a Roy G. Biv, the color of the rainbows.
Red, orange,
Oh.
yellow. A pride patch?
A pride patch.
I would do a pride patch
upper
because
lip pride patch.
I'm trying to be nice to the gay people, but I don't think it would be a good look.
Have you ever been with a dude? Or just
Yeah, lots of
hardcore
times.
straight? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't lying. I am bi.
Are
People
you?
don't like when I talk about it on here, so let's just
Oh.
move on.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
It's okay.
So many things.
Kevin's a really big
Why?
homophobe.
You
Yes.
are?
Yeah,
You
that
have the face of one.
the
Stop.
internal aggression you mentioned.
Yeah, is that
Yeah, that's what
homophobia?
triggers it.
He works with a fag. Drives him insane. I just keep tormenting him with it all day. Yes, it's true. I love cock.
The dynamic here, just the unstoppable force and the immovable object.
Oh shit, yeah.
And it looks like a giant blue butthole right there. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I don't know what's going on. I noticed on the back of the wall there's footprints on the wall. I'm like, fucking Spider-Man did a show before us.
Was that Tully running to hug a mirror? He just shoved off the wall.
It did a Matrix wall run.
Yeah. And Lionel Richie on the ceiling all the way over.
I still love that video.
So because you're a comedian, you have to go and stay up late all the time and travel around, and you're like a hot chick. Is it like do all the comedians try and blow you, or what's up with that? How do you deal with them?
No, I don't stay up late either. That's a misconception.
You cut out.
I
What do you
cut
mean
out.
it's impossible. You guys go till late.
No, it's not impossible.
What about your adrenaline after it?
I mean, I don't really have like crazy adrenaline. I'm not doing.
Do you
like,
immediately
stage
go to?
dives
You're
and
saying that you
heroin.
do your jokes and then you immediately pitter patter into your car, and you're asleep in your house.
Yeah, I go home and I'm asleep. I think after a
Same
while,
on the
I've been
road.
doing it for almost 16 years. Like I have adrenaline. Like I love performing. It gives me energy. But like I have to be successful. So I wake up at like 6:30, 7 every morning. 7's late for me. If I wake up at 7, I'm like, fuck.
On the road, you do.
Yeah. On the road, I keep my schedule the way I keep it here, and I keep the time zone in LA so that I can stay up with all the stuff I'm doing.
So what do you do when you get up in the morning in a hotel? Because you don't have. Do you work out? You're like a gym person.
I'll work out.
So you do your hotel gym
do my
thing.
hotel yeah, it's always
'Cause
gross,
you have to have
though,
a different.
man.
You have to have a
Hotel
different
gyms.
workout, right?
Yeah, you gotta adjust to the way the room looks. Sometimes like a little small room with 4 dumbbells and
Yeah.
like 16 pubes from other people.
Do you ever bring your own shit? Like one of the, how they have that.
I always
that,
travel with
the
my
new,
own.
Do you bring your
poop.
own pubes?
Yeah, I do. I sprinkle them.
Sprinkle them on your weights.
Hansel and Gretel.
What's that thing you put around your legs? That's the new thing that everyone's using. What's that band that? Hip
A
circle?
strap on.
Leg warmers?
I got that one of those. I got a new one of those.
Your
It's
wife?
pretty good. No, I don't even use her. I just stick it to the wall.
What do you put
What?
on your hips?
It's more of a private thing.
Yeah, but
What
is it? Are you talking about a garter belt?
Are you talking about
Yeah, those are back.
the camel
at,
nose?
at the gym.
Have you seen the camel nose? It's those things that flatten out the kitten area so you don't have a camel toe. But now there's also camel toe.
You know what? That's okay. I got a bone to pick with that because I have friends that have vaginas, and
Good for you.
there's the pants that you wear. There's a way to wear those pants. If you have a certain kind of vagina, maybe you shouldn't be wearing those pants, or maybe some kind of panty underneath it. But you don't
Panty
need.
doesn't do
you
it.
don't need when people wrench it up and you can see one labia on the other side of
Yeah,
the other one.
looks like a
I just
Muppet
know,
mouth.
I just know that you didn't have to pull them up that much.
Now, as a dude, like when you see a camel toe,
I make
what
fun
does
of
that
it.
do to
I make fun of it. I mean, my
Is it- but
my
is it
wife and I
attractive?
admit no.
No.
I mean,
Oh,
no way.
I find it attractive.
Tully's quiet. I
I
feel like
want-
Tully likes him.
I want just the hint of vagina
Yeah,
cleavage.
yeah.
Just a little cleave.
I
Yeah.
mean, look, if I catch it, I'm a fucking Neanderthal. I'll be like, oh, fucking hell yeah,
catch
that's where dicks go. So
How you
I
gonna
have
catch it
to
when
I have to fight that. But if it's
Catch
a
it with
big,
his eye.
But
Like
if it's a
animal
big
control?
one, if it's open and I see that's pulling it up to the side, I've done it before. I've taken
I've never seen an
I've
open one.
Oh God, I've got one saved. I've got one saved on my phone. I zoomed in on it.
Open one?
I've done it where I've taken a photo of the person that had it, zoomed in, and then sent it to my wife who's standing next to me, so she got the text of the giant open vag in the pants
But did it
while
look like
she's talking to the person with the giant vag.
Did it
I've
look
done
like a preserved butterfly?
It looked
when they're
like
in
a-
those like shadow boxes.
Looked like an upside down teepee. I
I
don't know
like the
what's
Silence of
going
the Lambs
Like a-
poster.
A beached manatee. That's what I
on.
would
It
imagine.
looked like a stingray in the middle of flapping up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A beach stingray.
It looked like the stitching of the pants was being used to stimulate the clitoris.
Right.
I've never seen
It's gone
anything that
too
aggressive.
far.
Well, I'll tell you, like, there's two prereqs for jeans when I try them on in a fitting room. One, how does the ass look?
Yeah.
Two, is a camel toe out for a walk? Because if it's out for a walk, I'm not gonna buy the jeans. I don't want my lips separated.
I feel like it would be uncomfortable.
Well, it looks like
I
it
don't
can
have a
catch
vagina,
air.
but I can only assume that
It's
isn't
so
that like
uncomfortable.
right? It's like
It's
a
right in there.
on every step, right? Would it
Yeah.
not be?
But I always wondered if guys thought that was attractive because now there's things that women can insert into their pants to enhance the camel toe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's
we were
insane.
just talking about this earlier today. We live in a fucked up world, and people are enhancing stupidness because it's not like normal's done. People want to be
We're
extreme.
desensitized.
There's
so we
got to
need
be
more.
people out there that want the open fucking. Want to see it moving.
Yeah.
Is that only with yoga pants?
There's
I mean,
jeans.
it's
No.
But, like,
jeans,
I've
bro.
never-
You got to be really. They got to be stretchy.
They're
but it's
tight-
a
they're
certain.
tight
it's,
jeans.
it's only. I'm telling you, you could make every girl could do it.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, it's just some girls pull it up on purpose because they think we
necessarily.
like it.
Sometimes there's not enough fabric. Sometimes they cut. It's like coochie cutter.
Yeah,
fashion.
but nobody made you buy those pants, and nobody made you wear them out of the house. I feel like women in general are more aware of the way that they look than guys are, and I feel like guys wouldn't ever do the equivalent thing. Guys would know if they put on pants and their testicles were split in half.
You're right, Michael, because I wear Speedos a lot now, and I've recently went through. I'm like, okay, I'm into Speedos, so now I bought a couple, and I discovered on vacation that there were a couple of Speedos.
You've been wearing Speedos for years, dude.
I know, but now I'm into stylish ones. But there's ones that I can't wear. I did not know. I bought it. I was like, oh, I'll take
Why can't you wear it?
Do your nuggets plop
because you
out?
can fucking see both my balls and my dick going up the side of it.
They should make a little section for that. Like a little pouch, a little pouch.
It doesn't. They don't make them. They try to make Speedos are supposed to be for people that have no penis, and it's supposed to dangle straight over your balls, like in one little pouch thing. You can't. If your dick is of any length, you can't. It'll go. They want it to go up your butt, around your balls, and back up your ass.
So Speedos are
so
making
you put
you
it.
gay?
You put
Is
it to
that
this.
what
No,
you're saying?
I was gay before the Speedos, but if you put it on the side. It has to bunch all up, or you will see definition. If you don't get it to bunch and make it just one big bulge is appropriate.
Yeah,
if it's
absolutely.
definition, because to me, I didn't realize this until I went in the pool vacation. I got my fucking things on. I'm having a good time, and then one time there's a family there, and I get out of the jacuzzi and walk over to my wife at the pool. And as I'm walking, I'm like, man, why is everyone looking at me? And then I look down, I'm like,
hanging brain.
No, I'm not hanging any brain, but it's just like
hanging brain.
If you did look at it, you would see the definition of.
You could count the wrinkles in your nutsack.
You're supposed to leave something to the imagination.
Yes, and it was. Look, if it's an adult only pool, you shouldn't be looking at it that close. But if it's like a family thing, it's like, dude, you can see your dick and ball, like what you're. It's not cool.
I mean, if it's an adult only pool, I feel like you should look at it.
I felt that I felt uncomfortable. Then I went to some other thing where everyone was like, "Whoa, is that really you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Is that really me?" Now I'm putting a T-shirt on to look like Donald Duck, so I'm trying to cover the fucking thing.
Why did you buy the Speedo in the first place?
The shorter my shorts got, the better I felt when I was in the water.
Oh, okay. Are you a fast swimmer? Because that's why the bunches it's meant to be smooth, so you don't.
Oh, for sure. But
traction.
now I just like to be as naked as possible. I just feel like I'm going to die. I'm going to get uglier and uglier. I'm trying to be out there in the open. I'm all fit and shit, still alive. I like looking at myself being fit and in the sun.
Are you fit?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Nice.
I mean,
good for you.
For an old person, yep.
40's not old, bro.
47. I'm almost 50.
Oh, yeah, you're old.
I did not want to win that argument.
But just barely.
God damn it.
See, I always rock trunks in the pool, and I feel like
no shit.
You gotta
just try it. All I say is try it, because that's the thing. I'm from skateboarding. I only had big shorts.
I like
when
Speedos.
I went in the water, I had giant shorts.
I used to be a swimmer, so I'm used to it. I haven't put a pair of Speedos on in a long time, but they are great if you want to swim fast.
If your twig and berries look anything like your face, I would imagine it'd be hard to shove all that into a Speedo.
It's actually pretty groomed down there.
Is it? Okay. I just imagine like a huge bushel.
He takes care of himself.
Well, when I was a dad, when I was a kid staying with my dad, he bought me.
It's like Rick Rubin wearing a bank robber mask.
My old man bought me a Speedo when I was a kid, and it was like cats in a bathtub. Like one nut would plop out the side.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing I noticed. There's certain Speedos. They're different cuts. Some of them you just I thought, because that's what I said. I was like, oh, I'll have 3 different colors then, because I'm going on vacation. Well, guess what? The other 3 colors are a different cut, and I could not wear. I would only wear them when I have parties at my house where it's time to be funny, because they are fucking offensive.
Like Bert Kreischer. He wears them.
Sure, but I think my parties look different. But sure, like that.
I don't know. Maybe in his past they probably look the same. They should have like a nut cut, like a Speedo nut cut, where there's just like a little pouch.
They do that. And that one, see, and that depends on what you're carrying. But there's ones that come with what girls have on their bras, where there's like a padding thing that's in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the first time I bought. I'm like, what's with this cup thing? And it's like it's supposed to go over it to not show any definition, but. If it's a wonder bra for your dick, if you have
wonder bro,
if you have like kind of balls and a dick, and then this thing's on the top of it, then it like sticks out even further, and you look like a superhero.
That's great.
It's embarrassing again, because people
great.
are like, what you would be drawn to. You go, that's an odd bulge.
Yeah, it's like Anna Nicole Smith in a padded bra.
Yeah.
Right.
So it does the reverse.
That guy's got elephantitis of the dick.
In Boys Town, they sell all these cool Speedos, and all the cool Speedos have a little pocket in the front for this fucking dick bra
What's
cup.
up with the
like
the
stuffing.
Speedo just with one band?
Yeah, what is that?
The one,
Yeah, I
the
don't
one
know.
that's
cock
just
thing.
I
that's
don't
just
play
for
that.
fun.
Side
I don't think
cock
anybody
sleeve.
actually
That's
buys
like
it.
the one with
it's a
the
sleeve.
That's like
It's
the
a-
one
it's a
with the
sleeve.
girl has the.
Do you have a cock
There's a
sleeve?
girl's one that's just the hook. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah.
Where it's just they just hook it on the bottom and it pinches their ass and they're just so.
What?
I
You
never
haven't seen that?
hook.
Yeah,
There's
they're
a
fun.
girl's G-string with no side.
Nah,
thing.
that's not that. That's not the cock thing I was talking about.
I mean, that's too
No,
too little.
there's a no sides.
Yeah.
It's just a.
yeah, it's
It's
just
a plastic.
right.
Yeah, it just pinches your
It's,
grundle.
it's just a banana.
Did you see your grundle?
It's not that one. It's not the
That
shoulder
was in my
sleeve.
crossword this morning.
That's right. Like a snatch cup.
It's like the Bruno, or right? Was it Bruno or?
Yeah, no, but
Oh,
he
This
had a
is the
G-string.
thing that you were talking
Yeah,
about.
no,
Jason.
it's
That is ridiculous.
it's just a plastic thing that you snap on
Yeah.
your box.
It looks like half of like a eye patch.
I don't think that's comfortable. I
What
feel
are
like
we
it's
doing at that point? What are you doing? Like, why not just go
because you know
naked?
because that's the whole. I mean, you can't show the actual hole. That's where you've
Well,
become
'cause
offensive.
it's
Apparently,
American.
hip bones are not offensive, but right when that thing slips out, now you've done it.
It's just there's so many inconsistencies. It's like we can't wear that in public, but we can put 14-year-old girls on ads and like sexualize them, but that's accepted. It doesn't make any
Everything is.
sense.
Everything
There's so
is.
many hypocrisies. I don't
Right.
understand it.
Well, I read a thing today. I hope I can say this right. Where like it's illegal to murder people, but it's totally legal to like write stories about that and graphically describe that. It's legal to have sex, but it's illegal to graphically describe that in many instances.
Where's it illegal to describe sex? Church?
Well, don't blame them.
Well, I think you wouldn't
they are to
in like I don't know, like Time Magazine or something like that. I think they would
Oh
talk
yeah, like
about
graphically like describing.
like the news can talk about if they got to describe the violence, they got to describe the violence. They would never be like, and then he stuck it in, you know. Despite how many times that would be appropriate in
I'd
Time
watch
Magazine.
that news. I'd watch that news station. I just wish once an anchor was like, and then he stuck it in. It's like, what? Are we talking about hurricanes still? Is that a cold front or a dick? What just happened?
I don't think we're far off somebody popping and doing that.
No,
No.
not at all.
I feel like the local LA news is like knocking on the door of that. It's such a sham. It's
Think they're
literally
getting
just like
underpaid a little bit.
it's
Like
just
Happy
like
Day LA.
It
it's
just
like-
seems there's some
it's like-
tired guys on there.
There's tired. There's
No,
one.
they're
Like
just there.
like the crazy bloodshot eyes where I'm like, dude, didn't anybody like like did like when Visine doesn't work?
yeah.
Because you know they've got
You're so
Visine. There's
tired.
a fucking they've got makeup artists and the guy's like, hey, welcome back, and I'm like, holy shit.
He's barely there.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just ready
But
to
you notice
snap.
how like the old guys are barely there, and then you go to the news and it's some young chick in a tight little skirt and huge tits.
Given the weather.
I mean the weather. Sorry, that's
Yeah,
what I
the
meant to
weather
say. The
girls.
weather, like the weather girls now, shorts are getting.
No, what
the
we
skirts
watch
are
It's
getting
like that
tighter and
Miami.
tighter,
Whatever it
and
is.
they're like it's aggressive.
Yeah.
They
whatever
can't
we watch
even,
here,
they don't even
yeah.
know what they're pointing at. They're just like, ah.
The one that we watch here, I think
Are
it's
you just holding a
PayPal.
titty? They
Shoving
point
them.
behind them while they're holding their tits. It's true. They may as well do that.
No, it's one tired looking old guy. It's three hot chicks,
Yep.
and they're just reading what happened on Twitter and Instagram.
I just
Yeah.
imagine
That's a
that's a good like. But now with the weather, I would love to be that. If I'd love to be hot, and so I could just go, okay, I'm on, and just start smashing my tits together. I've got
thunder.
tits. That's it. I'm not even telling you what the fucking weather is. I'm just smashing them together. You can watch that. You can change the channel if you need to know what temperature it is. Just look at this.
You could
That's
do
it.
that. You could just get boobs and do that if you want.
You know what?
Like 2019, no one will be against it.
Yeah, would you rather get fake tits or a soul patch?
Fake tits.
What? Now that's
I would.
Would you get little
So would my-
bitties? Would you get
so-
little bitties,
so
or
would my wife.
would you get big Barbies?
I like C cups. I would have
big
a nice.
bodies.
I'd have a nice C cup. I'm not one of those guys that wants to have big giant
C
titties.
cups good.
Yeah.
C cups are nice.
I got a big ass. I like big asses and little titties.
What's this, a grocery store for body parts?
If I, yeah,
take
I
a
mean,
big
you're
ass,
you're
little
asking me
titties.
what I could have. That's
He
what I would
did.
have.
Beardy McBearderson did.
It's the dingo. He ate your baby. Remember?
The missing link.
He's not that hairy.
He's pretty pretty hairy. From what I
It's
see,
just the face.
Dude,
and he
it's-
shaves it, and then he becomes an innocent boy.
it's like 75% hair from my POV because he's in a hoodie.
You did get fucking way hairier all of a sudden.
I
like
went on
the beard.
vacation,
Right,
dude.
well, wait, now you're not on vacation.
Dude, last
Maybe
time I
trim it
was
up.
here, you shaved my back. Like,
Nice.
yeah.
I was trying to leave that out because I thought maybe there was still a chance.
Homoerotic. What did he use? A Bic?
No,
or
the
like
Man
a
Groomer
straight
5000 is a new man groomer for
He
men
bought-
that have hairy backs.
Yeah.
Is it a sponsor or are you just
No.
real? Should be.
Nobody sponsors me. I'm
Should
fucking
be.
sucking dicks
No.
over here. But you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself.
Yeah, to shave her on a big pole.
Then, you know what I mean? When you're sad and nobody will date you because you got a hairy back, you can fucking shave your own back and then hit the beach. I feel good.
It
Come on,
easily gets the
everybody.
grundle too.
It's like a back hair squeegee.
You do not put that thing near the grundle.
No, I didn't
No.
give. I didn't give the grundle.
It's got
a whirl.
alligator teeth on it.
You're gonna clip your taint. You know, that'd
Yeah,
be
no,
dangerous.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
want to clip your
Fucking-
taint.
Cut
Nothing
that
worse
thing
than Nick
open.
and where God so, Joe.
Nah, such a weird little line of fucking skin right there.
That proves God's real right there. Because
It's weird.
you mean like it's a seam. It's a seam.
That's where he got tired. That's where he finished you.
That's the stitches.
That's where he ended it.
That's where he
Yeah, it's the
bites
welding line.
bites the fishing reel
Yeah,
off
it
and
looks like a
ties a
poorly
knot.
hemmed shirt.
That's what it is, bub.
Taint lines.
It's
where
weird.
God
that
did his
he's-
Build-A-Bear
It's weird that
thing.
some people
Yeah.
thought that he did it incorrectly and you had to cut a piece off after you're born.
Yeah, you're just like,
I never understood that. That extra bit on the dick was just
It is weird.
my bad. I was gonna cut that off before you were born, but hail Satan.
Ladies have little taints too. We got little taint lines, little tarmac down there.
Yeah,
Little
I
teeny
like
one.
those.
I like those.
What?
Like a lady with a big taint.
I like a nice thick lady taint.
And, it's weird because I know because people always say that big dicks is cool or little put. I'm like, what about big vaginas? Not a lot of people talking about big vag. And there was a thing when I was 26, I went to a strip club in Santa Barbara and I met a stripper and she took me back to a hotel room and she had a really gigantic vagina.
Like, what does that mean? Like lippy?
Yeah, but that was the thing that ended up working out. I'm going to get real gross. So if there's anybody listening that doesn't like it or will or something, earmuffs. There's a big vagina with a lot of meat in it, and when I was like, when I first went in there, I was like, oh my god, that is so big. But it was like it rolled inside itself. Well, the meat rolled inside itself, and it sort of like
A suction cup?
caused a weird friction thing where it was kind of like I was.
It was massaging your penis.
I felt like I was having sex with a couple of vaginas, and they
It
were all
sounds
like
like-
rubbing the sides
Were
of
you
things.
on mushrooms or was this just a
I've been drinking a little bit, but that was it.
So you kind of
like
like
an alien pussy.
titty
She got
fucked
mad
her
at me for-
vagina?
She
Yeah.
got mad at me for touching her hair. I remember that. She had
Her
really
hair?
Cool, she had really cool braids.
Oh.
Was this a white chick?
No.
Okay, yeah, you don't touch a black girl's hair. That's just science.
I
White
was just a
girls-
light
white girls
touch. I
don't
didn't pull on it.
No, you're not
Did you
supposed
just
to
go
touch
like
No.
and poked it with one
no,
finger?
it was when I was getting a thing. I don't want to be gross. I touched,
it. You don't want to be gross?
It's marvelous.
But it still works. That's why I think it might be a little bit of a different scenario when it comes to having a vagina and people having little wee-wees.
Oh, it's
Sometimes I guess you
terrible.
girls can't get it to work, but I don't know if there's really a vagina out there, besides having teeth that you can't
Dentata?
figure out how to finish the job. It's so gross.
Well, little weenies. That's a conundrum as a woman to have a little weenie in there, and there's like you can feel space to be filled. It's just it's a weird scenario because then you're like, is it my vagina? Is it his
Right, I was going to
weenie?
say, do you feel like a giant whore? Because you're like, wait a minute, do I have a giant whore vagina?
I feel like it's like a giant plate at the end of dinner. Like you're at a sushi restaurant and there's just one little piece of tuna nigiri on it. That's what it feels like. It's just one little piece of sushi left, and it's just in there and sad, and no one wants to eat it.
It's a way more polite way to put it, though.
That was the smallest gentleman I ever was with. It looked like a piece of tuna on rice.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you address it or did he address it?
Neither one of us addressed it. And
Was this a long time ago?
This was a long time
Yeah.
ago. And on paper, he was one of the best dudes. He was like a plastic surgeon. He used to donate his time overseas for children with like cleft lips. And
Well, yeah, he was overcompensating like
charity
crazy.
work.
Yeah, that's small
He
dick
was
energy.
That's what it was. SDE. That's what it was. Science.
Sure, that's
He was
so
a
mean.
great dude, but I couldn't. At
figure
that
it
time in my
out.
life, I was like, I can't.
Well, I mean, this was a topic of discussion on the show not that long ago because we were asking girls to call in if you encounter a small penis, do you just laugh and run out the door?
I mean, I dated him for months. I tried.
Yeah, that
I
was
tried
way
to
nicer.
overlook it. Like, I had.
So he got no hint that it was
that's
from that.
sad.
I think he knew it was this weird unspoken thing. Like today, I would have said something. Then I didn't have the language or the couth to like.
What would you
express it.
say?
I would have been like, "Man, something's not working out here. Like, how
And you would
how
be
can
like,
we make
"Here."
it work? Yeah, this isn't filling me the way I need it to."
Was he good with his mouth? He was.
Yeah.
See, he knows.
Yeah.
You got to be good with your mouth if you got a small dick.
Overcompensated.
Yeah, but look, she just answered the question that even if you're good with your mouth and you have that little one, it's not.
You're
she's not
still
gonna stay
just
with
gonna
you.
be like,
She needs to get
I
filled
wanna
up
know
every now
what
and then.
Big Doug Love is.
You know those things at the sex store that I know trans women that have gone from woman to man have now. I've seen them in the sex stores where they put it on their clit and it's like a attachment that makes them have a bigger dick.
It's like platform heels for your dick.
Yeah, so there's people that if you have a small penis, you can put a thing on that makes your dick bigger to have sex with. It's like
That's just the worst kind of lie.
I know. Look, I'm trying to fucking help
Are you
people. I
trying
don't
to
know.
you're trying to
People have penis pumps. I don't
Yeah.
know. I've never
Does
done
a penis
it.
pump work? I've
No.
always thought
I
about
heard-
trying it. Like,
I heard-
listen, I'm fine for size, but I've always thought about
Hey, the pleasure
Just
chest isn't too far away.
trying
Let's go.
the
Let's
trying
all
the
go.
pump.
Dude,
Right?
I just
I mean, not but
I heard it was. I wanted to do it for a joke. I wanted to do it for a joke, but I heard it's dangerous.
I would imagine it is. Haven't you seen those girls put their lips to the bottle?
Yeah,
on
that's
the
Instagram?
it. That
Kylie
seems
Jenner
dangerous.
It's the same thing. The
Yeah, I
Kylie
don't-
Jenner thing. This
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner challenge. Is that
Yeah,
what
for
it
your
was?
yeah.
So what
Yeah.
what would it be called for the dick challenge?
I don't know if it was true or not, but I heard
The
that
Caitlyn
Jim
Jenner
and-
challenge?
yeah,
I
maybe
heard
it
Jim and Sam. I don't know if he was lying or not, but Jim was saying that he has penis pumps.
Oh, I believe those guys are out there.
maybe you call it the Bruce
They
challenge.
make 'em
So
for a
maybe
reason.
I mean if they keep selling them, that means you can.
Someone's pumping.
Somebody's figured out how to pump their dick the way they want it. I'm saying if
Well, I
whatever
thought the
whatever
dick
you
pump
can
was a
do,
big thing.
why not do it? If you got a little one that's bumming you out, why not
go ahead.
do the pump and take the pill and fucking
Do whatever you
but
gotta
yeah,
do.
Yeah, fuck everybody.
But how much does that work?
What? How much does it work?
Yeah.
Look,
It
dude,
can't
I feel
work
like
that well.
I feel like you got to get. They say that those extend things give you an inch or something.
Can you have a surgery and get like almost like a new
They
dick
say
put
that
on?
there's a thing that you can you
No.
cut something and then they pull it out further.
Oh God.
Yeah.
but
'Cause
it's
it's in
even
there.
even that they can only give you like an inch or two. Is what
Is
I've
it
heard.
really worth it?
I've
Maybe
heard
an
that
inch might go a long
I've
way.
heard that
2
it-
inches.
I heard it's not worth it.
Give a man an inch.
You'll go a mile.
I mean, you just got to do what I got taught how to do this finger thing by this lesbian once for like hours, and I was like, okay, because every time she ever gets a girl, she looks like she just handles them better than any dude I've ever seen take care of anybody,
course.
and I'm like, wait, she's just using her hand, and she's destroying everybody in here.
In here?
I'm like,
who's in there?
It's a long
It was a Walmart.
But I'm like, I need to learn how to do that. And I know, I don't know if it's because I'm a man or not, but I watched it and I practiced it, but I'm not doing it the same as her. I know it. I suck.
Well, you're probably close. You're probably close.
Yeah.
You know, if you put in the work.
As I said
That's half
before, I'm
the
not feeling
battle.
that attractive or sexy, so it doesn't really matter. I'll get over it.
I think lesbians should teach straight men sex courses and vice versa.
I think I've never learnt more from a girl when it comes to that stuff, and I found that it was initially difficult to take because I already figured when I was a young man that I knew what I was doing.
Of course.
And when a girl that I'm having sex with wants to tell me how she would like it, I'm like, oh, so what I'm doing is not right.
Well, it's the biggest conundrum between men and women.
It was a big head fuck, but a girl showed me, why don't you try this on this girl? And because it's two girls, I don't have to get butthurt enough. And I'm like, okay, and then I realized how basic I am and how far I could go and how much further she is than me. And I was like, I already figured I was really seasoned. And I'm like, man, I know
most
nothing.
dudes do.
So now I just assume I know nothing.
Most dudes do. I think that's like one of the issues with sex with people, especially in this country. Like, there's the ego, which makes you think you've got it, and then there's the vulnerability aspect, the insecurity, which makes you not request what you need. And there's this cross section of people fucking each other incorrectly, and no one's saying anything because of fear of rejection.
That's
or
the number one
losing.
thing. Not saying anything.
No, just honestly, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm a straight woman. You're whatever kind of guy.
There's a button.
I'm a straight woman. You're over there.
Yeah, you're over there.
Whoa! I'm wiggly
And
and
you guys are in on this as well.
No, they're
If
not.
a woman, if you're intimate with a woman, you're having sex, and she tells you what she wants, how does that make you feel? Does it make you want to give it to her, or does it make you go, oh, what the fuck?
No, it's great.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, but like in that sense, like if a girl's telling you what she wants, she's theoretically having a good time, no?
Right, exactly. And also, she's not afraid to be like, hey, why don't you shift it a little bit? Because there's been so many times where I'm down there, like, literally trying to, like, gyrate my body.
But being serious, though, there's, like, 3 main positions, and then everything else.
Where were you?
Yeah, what's
you
going on here, old
puritanical?
school?
Which one of those?
You coming from church?
Well, pretty much.
The hell's that sound?
Military?
Missionary?
Military?
Missionary?
Fire in the hole.
That's how I fuck military.
She's on top.
1, 2.
Shut up. You're a little different. You have a lot of sex. You probably have a lot of sex, too. You have a lot of sex with all different kinds of things and people.
Things?
That's not true.
I was talking about toys.
Okay.
And people.
I was just imagining, like, Dr. Seuss characters.
And then doggy style. They're your 3 typically, like, main positions. Am I correct?
No, there's sideways.
Back
There's
me up out there.
reverse.
Sideways.
Is reverse like a reverse is like your first move that somebody goes into when you're first having sex with somebody you don't know?
Sideways is like a thing you got to do before you go doggy.
If I'm getting a foot massage, what if I'm getting a foot massage? Yeah, we might just go right into, a little yin-yang situation, a little reverse koi.
Straight away.
Why not? It's Tuesday, bitch. Is it Tuesday?
And the president is Donald Trump. Very smart people here.
Our nation's 85th president.
No, that's right.
Is that what he is?
God damn it.
Is it 85?
Stop. No. We're getting dumber. Don't. Let's move on. Go back to fucking.
You didn't know who George Washington was.
So you're going to be on the road.
I am.
Yes.
You're going to Montreal.
I am going to Montreal. I'm very excited.
Great strip
JFL.
clubs.
Just
You
for
like-
laughs,
Really?
huh?
Yeah.
Great strip clubs? Just for laughs, yeah.
Do you go there a lot?
This will be my second time doing the festival.
That's not a lot.
Nope.
Oh, I
It's
went to a
opposite
strip
of a
club.
lot.
I went to a strip club in Montreal.
Yes, so did
that
I.
Was, a
Was it awesome?
McDonald's. That was a McDonald's.
No, it
you took a
wasn't.
woman's shirt off.
I brought a jacket, like a button-down jacket that I'd bought in like a secondhand store to look like a distinguished gentleman, and I was under 21.
Did it work?
I was under 21, and I didn't have a driver's license, so I I swear to God, in the inside pocket of the jacket, I had my birth certificate to get into the strip club.
But it showed that you were not old enough.
No, because it's 18 in Canada.
okay.
So
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so I didn't have a thing
You're
say I
all
was
good.
21. Yeah, exactly. So I was 18, and then I remember I tried to talk French to the stripper, and she finally just gave up and walked away from me.
Because your jacket smelled like dead people. She's like, I smell dead people.
Yeah, probably.
You probably went to check your birth certificate and a fucking moth flew out of the pocket.
Yeah, it was probably from an estate sale.
See, in Australia, you can go to strip clubs when you're 18, so you're kind of used to
can
it
drink.
more. Yeah, you can
You
go.
can do everything.
Show up wasted, and strippers just pull your dick out.
Yeah,
It's like,
strip
welcome
clubs
to-
are a little
welcome to the
different
strip
there.
club.
They're a little different.
Here's my vagina. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, you
Tits
did-
out, coochie out.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
out. There's no
And
rules.
drinking.
The laws are weird, like
Lap
when it's
dances.
like, if there's a shirt on, you can't have alcohol. Shirt
Yeah.
I
off,
know.
you can't-
That's here in
it's-
California. It's stupid.
It's so weird.
You can see, like, I think there's no pasties here.
There's no
right?
pasties.
It's nude.
Right, but you
But
can't
there's
have
no alcohol.
What's the fun?
They give you cranberry juice.
Who wants to
Well, a
see
lot of
titties
places
sober?
it's BYO. So like
What's the
Not
O?
here.
Bring your own orgasm?
Bring your own alcohol.
I'd rather-
BYOB.
In Texas, it is. I was stuck in Texas for like a week once, and we would bring a 24-pack there every night. It was pretty cool.
like in Jersey,
But they had
the
pasties.
places
You
the
could put a
places where
gun
they
on
get
your
fully
head, too.
naked, you can just bring a cooler in.
You could bring a toddler in Jersey, probably.
yeah.
BYOB, bring your own baby.
Nothing gets me hornier than a baby, let me tell you.
So life affirming, a baby in a strip club.
What's that guy? What's that billionaire? The billionaire that just got like
Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, it's some
Yeah.
Epstein shit right there.
You got a podcast as well, huh?
I do. Sharp Tongue Podcast. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Pretty fancy, huh?
Yeah, you got to come be a guest sometime.
I will, because I got a podcast that no one listens to, so I'm
I'd
supposed
love
to be
have you on.
let's hang out in podcast
Yeah.
world.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, bring those
I'll do
glasses.
stuff.
You have to grow a soul patch, though. That's the rule.
I'm not fucking growing a soul patch.
Well, I'll have a stick
tell
one.
you.
I'll have a
tell
stick
you.
one when you get there.
I'll do a stick on soul patch, yeah. But it has to
Everyone
be
heard that.
it has to be super apparent that it's a stick on one.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah, because I can't I'm not
It'll be made from my pubes. Dyed pink.
Oh, that's now we're talking. You don't have to shave them off if you don't want. That's too far, sorry.
Stranger danger.
I get frisked. Yeah. So anyway, you'll be in Montreal. That's going to be exciting for everybody who's a French Canadian.
Yeah, the nasty shows. All the nasty shows at the festival.
All the nasty shows?
It's called the Nasty Show. It's like a legendary
Is Sam
show.
there? Is it another nasty show?
Maybe.
No, he was the naughty show.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. How dare I?
Yeah, that's a different type of show. Yeah, the Nasty Show's been in the festival for years.
So how much was it? A really big thing yet? Was it gigantic last year? It was like packed.
It was 2 years ago. It's insane every year. It's you see all walks of comedic life from like A-listers down to people who are just starting out.
Is it like where there's all different stages, or is it one stage? Oh, so it's
so many different shows. There's like 100 different shows going on at once.
Is there bands and shit, or just
yeah,
comedy?
there's a little bit of like an array of stuff going on with music and like out street like festivities, a little bit of like street market style stuff.
And drinking,
downtown.
and obviously
a lot of drinking. Weed is legal.
Okay, they have
Trudeau's
that.
mom is doing a show.
Whose mom?
The Prime Minister's mother.
Oh wow,
Margaret Trudeau. I believe.
Is she
her
hot?
name.
Wait, that's a weird question.
She's doing 15
I had a
minutes.
few more before I got to that
It's
one,
not
but
weird because Trudeau is hot.
He's a good-looking
Yeah,
guy.
he's a babe.
Well, wait a second.
but she's his mom.
Well, wait a second.
Still
If she-
ask the question. What's wrong with that?
Because you can't. That's pretty rare to be hot at 80.
Really?
She can't be 80.
Yeah,
I'm planning on it.
Yeah, there you go.
that's pretty
I'm gonna
rare.
have my titties out. I'm
doesn't
gonna have
mean-
my meaty coochie on the beach.
That might make it hot. So there's a couple of actresses that are old and hot.
I mean, Betty White is. Who's
She's
you
not
know who's
hot.
hot?
Not hot.
She's not
Jane
hot.
Fonda. Bye.
Yeah, no, I
She's
don't know why you have to leave me,
82.
but Jane Fonda is hot.
She's gorgeous.
Margaret, okay, this chick is kind of hot.
That chick.
And
I mean,
she is
okay,
70.
catch it. Margaret
She's
Trudeau,
70.
She's
She's
beautiful.
hot.
I've
So
always been
she-
a big Cloris Leachman fan.
Who's Cloris Leachman?
Who's Cloris Leachman?
Yeah,
Please,
I don't know names.
Before you get back on a stage, you need to watch some Cloris Leachman. She's legendary, dude. You ever see Young Frankenstein? From Buha?
Oh yeah. Oh
Terry
yeah.
Garr? Oh.
She's not hot.
No, but she's hot. I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
What about Dame Judi Dench? She's a dame. She could catch it. She probably has a nice
Who's that?
estate.
Who's the one that's in
She's a
movies
crazy dame.
with the blue eyes that says short hair? That old lady. Has
So
a pretty face.
everyone says that Helen.
That's Judi Dench.
No.
No?
Yeah, no,
Helen
that
Mirren.
chick. That
Helen
chick.
Mirren.
Yeah, that's Judi
Judi
Dench.
She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, you know what? Now looking at her, I changed my mind.
And now listen, I know you're.
No, I'm back. I'll fuck her.
But how many? Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
20-year-old girl who's
Yeah.
been around like.
I don't want to fuck a
for
20-year-old girl.
arguments.
It's
Okay,
disgusting.
exactly. She's been
I'm
around maybe
47.
2 dozen dicks. Dame Judi
I'd way
Dench-
rather fuck
Judi-
her than a
I can't
20-year-old
even-
chick.
Judi Dench.
Yeah.
She's had a plethora.
No, one time a really old lady hit on me when I was married to this other lady that wouldn't let me have sex with old ladies. Fair enough. But she hit on me, and I remember, like, this is, because it's never happened. It's still to this day the only time a really old lady has ever given me signals that she was interested in me sexually.
Really?
Yeah, and I felt she was so old that I don't think, I'm like, does she want to have sex, or does she want a show? And I thought, if I was single, I would have totally gone to her house and given her whatever she wanted.
Really?
Yep.
Look
And
at
I'm not
Helen
lying.
Mirren.
I
She's
would-
beautiful, dude.
Okay, this I completely agree with.
She's gorgeous.
She might be the hottest old lady I've
Look
ever
at her
seen
in that pink hair.
today.
That's it. She swallows.
Yeah.
And that pink hair in that photo.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
what's her name?
She swallows.
She's in Animal Kingdom.
Ellen Barkin.
Ellen Barkin.
Yeah.
She's great.
I'd like to have sex with her because she's psycho and old.
Oh, she's great. She's so talented.
Yes.
She's really, really good. Patricia Clarkson. She's not
Who's
that old.
the
but-
number one old man that you would have sex with? I'm assuming you're straight, yeah?
Yeah. I probably would have to say Alec Baldwin. He looks like he is aggressive.
Are you okay with like a bit of a bulging,
I like a
hairy
stocky
belly?
fella. I like a stocky fella.
Huh.
Yeah, my
You-
fella's stocky. My guy's built like, he's got big
Is he really
hands.
old though?
Or you want to go older?
Yeah, because I was talking about having, I mean, I feel
right.
like I was sort of outclassing
the
you in
ghost of Stephen Hawking in the wheelchair.
Would you really do
Oh
him?
yeah, I'd take that little thing for a spin.
How
around
would you
the
have
block.
sex with Stephen Hawking?
I'll show you.
Wait, I'm in a chair right now. You gonna do it? Okay, wait. Let me get in position.
You just turn his chair
I'm getting
on.
into position. Ready? Go.
Turn his chair on and go over cobblestone.
That is pretty fucking good. That might
Yeah.
actually work. Okay.
Oh, I mean, come on, Ed Asner.
See,
Totally
Ed
could catch it.
Asner's been on the show, and I actually understand that. I thought he was a magnificent man. I had
You
no
had him
idea.
on?
And immediately I was like, wow, this guy is really cool. Because I think he came in and told me to fuck off and farted or something. I can't
Oh,
remember.
He
that's
hawked mad
awesome.
loogies.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he's lived
spit
a
it.
long life.
He spit his gum on the floor on the way out.
He
That's what
did?
it was. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, look, we took a photo together. Look at
Dude, that's so cool.
He's the best.
Who's one of the coolest people that you've had on the show that you were like dumbfounded by, besides Ed? Because that's pretty cool.
I really
Like a fan of.
Or
Or you guys remember being zooted out?
I like Slash a lot. I thought we had a couple of really interesting times. I can't tell the whole story, but there was things that we were doing while we were talking on the radio where it's not gay shit. We just we were drinking something, and I'm like, man, are you really doing that? He's like, yeah, have some more. I'm like, okay. And we partied on the show. We partied for like 3 hours. I'm like, man, we just polished off that thing.
That's
you
pretty
got
cool.
a cool relationship with Marilyn Manson. Like, he would send you photos after he came on the show.
What?
Why bring that up?
What kind of what kind of photos? I love Marilyn Manson. What kind of photos?
Wait, didn't we get
all
what
kinds
did you
of photos?
Didn't we get you to send him a mangina pic one day on the air?
Some photos were better than others. Some were scary.
Was it like selfies of him naked?
No. Up each other with photos during the show.
DPs.
It wasn't. Wait, what? Double? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, I never saw him. No.
Him in a Speedo holding his tits together.
It would be no. It was just girls
His
and
dirt
every
star.
now and then really creepy stuff, and then maybe some stuff that seemed
Did he ever send you a predator?
a little bit racist or something. I don't know.
Oh man!
Did he ever? No, he never sent me.
He pushed the envelope.
I imagine.
Yeah, it was
Marilyn
like really
Manson.
horror movie stuff sometimes. Sometimes it was photos of him that were really artistic.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was videos of stuff where it was really
Whoa.
scary.
Did you keep all this? I hope you have a Marilyn Manson folder.
Well, it's weird because my wife's friend is she loves him so much that I ended up going to his birthday. Because I don't party, I can't anymore.
Are you sober?
No, I just can't.
Get heavy into it.
Yeah. And especially when it comes to coke and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't want to, he's my friend, but we're not really it's weird.
A friendly
He's a guy that's
acquaintance.
like, hey, man, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, totally. And then he won't text me for a year.
Well, you know.
And then every now and then he'd be like, yep, how's it going again? I'm like, oh, shit. Hey, man, how are you? We should get dinner. No reply. And then birthday's coming, and then you go and you talk to him for a second and then he disappears again. Oh, I really want to fucking, we should train to stab somebody or something. I'm like, I don't know if you need to stab anybody. Fucking check this out. I just fucking come on, make a burger. And
make a burger?
Look at this.
You want to come over and make a burger?
Well, yeah, he wants
Is that
to
what
make. He makes really good burgers. And he also does stuff that I can't do because I'm too old. He might even be older than me. I
just imagine him sending
We
you a
don't
picture
fit.
of his dirt star with a lipstick around it. Like he drew like a mouth around his bunghole. I don't know why I imagine that. Like
He never
artistic.
does any gay stuff to me at all. He makes racist jokes and stuff sometimes.
Wow, interesting.
And
Okay.
that kind of makes me shy away.
That's bizarre.
So I don't know him well enough to know whether he's joking or not.
Well, maybe that's the art of it.
And that's the other thing. I think he's on another level when it comes to that stuff, and you can't take it the same way. And I don't think that I'm I can't understand it fully, and I am a touchy guy when it comes to racist stuff.
Yeah, as you should be.
So I am fucking confused as hell.
That
so
would
I'm
be
just gonna stay over
confusing.
here.
It would be so confusing.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm
you're
like, what the fuck does that photo
You're
mean?
Marilyn
What the
Manson,
fuck?
you're cool, but then you're sending me this weird shit.
Because you see all the stuff that he does, man. Like he has, look at his stage sets and
You can
and
tell
the-
he likes to- he-
and the
he likes to
logo.
push
Do you
buttons.
know where they come from? Like when he's talking in the suits and the hats, it's fucking Hitler, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's dressed like Hitler, and he's on another level
He is
of
on
stuff.
another
He has
level.
tons of black friends. I'm sure they get it too.
But it could be.
I don't. I'm not.
Maybe
I'm
if you knew more, you would understand.
And I have tried to reach out a few times to try to understand more, but it ends up being a giant clusterfuck of people.
I know what you can
and they're all freaking out about him because he's him. And the conversation takes 10 seconds before it gets drifted off to fucking Smashing Pumpkins guy and I'm like,
That's who he tours with.
I'm like, fucking hell, man. That's what's her name?
What if you just
Nirvana? Just everyone. It's just like giant people everywhere, and it's train. I'm like, dude, I'm not even. This is insane to talk to you about any. Here's happy birthday. I'm going home.
You should just dress your dick like Hitler and send it to him as a photo.
That would work.
He actually went to a friend's birthday of mine recently and brought black dildos. And put them everywhere.
That's
See, he's
kinda
not
fun.
racist.
That's kind of fun.
Like who brings black like not just one, like a bag of black dildos and just sticks
Someone
them
told
everywhere.
me
You could have found him.
Someone told me this morning that he had a friend. He is a friend of his, and I'm not gonna another celebrity, and has a kid that's interested in piano or something, and Manson came over for the kid's birthday and hung out in his room all day until the guy was like, "Hey, Marilyn, like, and was just talking to the kid about music all day for his birthday. Didn't want to leave the house.
That's kind of sweet.
It is. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
It is. I
Ish.
know.
I mean, there's a borderline situation, but we'll wait till the documentary comes out.
When you got to kick a rocker out of your kid's bedroom, there's an angle to that.
Okay, so Ed Asner and Marilyn Manson. Wow. Okay, that's quite the spectrum of guests on your show.
I
like that you cover all aspects of entertainment and pop culture. That's pretty
interesting
cool.
people are fun.
Yeah, they
to
are.
talk to.
Absolutely.
Not bullshit artists is my number one thing that I'm looking to talk to because I don't have time for C-list TV guys that have to say that they're one thing and their shit doesn't stink and act like they're holier than everybody else or that they would never do that or never do this or I just feel like everybody that's ever taken a shit turns around and looks at it. Don't act like you're some like weird.
You have to know
special
if you're
person.
healthy or not. See, I always look to see if it's wiggling.
I have done that. Somebody did some weird worm story with me,
know.
and that's right.
It freaks me out.
If something moves in there, then
You're
I know
like,
I have to go to the hospital.
You're like, fuck!
Oh my God, doctor, hello! There's something coming out of the ball that came out of my shit. I think I'm dying. It's biting me. I can feel the pain now. Because that's the other thing. As soon as I get triggered, then I start making imaginary things get worse. I'm like, fuck now, it's in my esophagus. I can't even breathe. The worm is in my mouth.
Nothing worse than some wiggly shit in the morning.
Yeah. Thank goodness it has not happened yet. I have not seen that
My
shit
worst
move.
nightmare.
It stays stagnant.
You haven't pooped out any tentacles?
I haven't just seen it like flip over like a shark tail or anything. Like, ah! I guess it's out, so I'm okay. Anyway, you have a website, right?
Yep, jessiemay.com.
Jessamay.com, and
Yes,
then your
sir.
Twitter and your
Queefy May on Twitter.
Why is it Queefy Man?
Why not? Queefy May. Queefy Man is my
yes.
alter ego superhero.
I don't want to know that person.
Queefy
Right?
Man.
Don't.
Did you guys ever notice we never see Jessie May and Queefy Man in the same place at the same time?
That's. Wait a minute.
That's a
Is
comic
she
book that has to
standing in
happen.
the wind? No, that cape is powered
Man.
by Queef.
Hold the phone.
Man, that is.
We've uncovered the secret of LA's greatest crime fighter.
It's a bird. It's a queef.
You became so less attractive instantly.
It's a bird.
Queefy Man is really fucking gross.
My queefs, oddly enough,
come on.
they smell like Manson's burgers. It's strange. I don't know why. I've never been over the guy's house.
Like a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Juicy
weird.
burgers.
Yeah, Queef's always. All right, that sound is way too spot on. It's freaking me out. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We have to take a break. We'll be back, ladies and
Bye.
gentlemen. See ya.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
Stick around.
More with Jason Ellis right after this.
Other than your absolute best friends, who could you ask to bring red wine or sushi and breakfast burritos and all kinds of stuff? Not Dingo. I mean, he probably would, but Postmates, way better. It's, well, not way better, but you know what I mean. You don't know Dingo, I do. It's your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever you can think of delivery service all year round. No more trips to the store. You don't even have to know where the store is. Postmates will deliver anything to you. Can't speak English. Just download the app on iOS or Android for free. Browse local restaurants, businesses, and track your delivery 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Postmates will bring you what you want within the hour. Anything you're craving, Postmates can deliver. They are the largest on-demand network known in the universe. With more than 25,000 partner merchants, for a limited time, Postmates has given our listeners 100 free delivery credit for your first 7 days. Start free deliveries. Download the app right now. Use promo code FACTION. That's code FACTION for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. Get anything you need anytime you need it. Download the Postmates app and save with code FACTION.
Jason, what are scream farts?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. It's when you fart and you scream at the same time. Very difficult, but when done correctly, cannot be defeated.
Email video of yourself screaming and farting simultaneously. Get creative to submit to ellis@gmail.com.
Listen to the Jason Ellis Show for your screaming farts, 5 p.m. Eastern with an immediate replay. Wow.
Ooh, and
Maybe
we're back.
We need a
We
faction.
need a stinger.
Yeah.
That's everyone in the biz.
Jeez.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Faction Talk.
103
On to bed.
There you go.
A 28-year-old Irish mother whose mantra is bronze is beautiful. See, it's very difficult to get a tan. To be really into tanning and to be Irish.
Does that mean she's a spray tanner or a tan bed tanner?
She's tried all those things and more, but what she finds works the best for her is to snort fake tanner through a nasal spray.
Wait, that makes you tanned?
I'm down to give it a shot.
Makes her. Are you?
Yeah. It sucks being an Irishman. I would like to have color other than corpse.
Don't you feel sometimes like there's some things that are better outside your body than in them?
I like to shove everything in me.
Wait, does it actually make her tanned?
It does. Well, she is tan. I guess we have to take her word for it that is what's doing it. She still goes to beds like once a week, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's real tan.
Yeah, I guess that is real tan for a white lady in Scotland.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say
Sure.
Scotland?
Ireland,
sorry.
Because, like, I can...
Same thing, pasty ass.
I can put the work in and eventually get a tan.
Yeah.
It's annoying. I'm really rolling the dice on getting a bad sunburn. But then when I finally get one, it doesn't last all that long. And then it fades away super quick and I got fucking freckles.
What about...
I hate my freckles.
Can't you do it a lot until the freckles join and then you're just one big freckle?
Nah, it doesn't work like that.
Oh. All right, well, look. Maybe just be white. It's not so bad. You know,
Yeah.
just have your freckles. I think
or maybe
people are beautiful the way they are made.
Or maybe just get a slowly but surely get a base tan and then actually spend time outdoors on a consistent basis. That's the way.
I'm pretty tanned.
That just makes me super freckly.
I got more tan than Dingo.
Like, I'm pasty, but if I take my shirt off, I'm not covered in freckles like my arms are.
I was trying to start a fight, Dingo. You're on your phone?
I think that's a yes.
I am, but
you know that silent laugh people,
I was listening.
You know that silent laugh people give you when they're reacting to something you said, but indicating that they're still not going to look up from their phone?
Oh, man.
Hey, speaking of skin color, which is what we were just talking about.
I was trying to type something, and
Yes.
you said my name, and it fucking threw me off, and then I forgot what I was typing.
And then you type your own name into the phone?
If there's one thing I hate, it's when I'm just trying to send a text and this guy talks to me
Sorry.
when we're on the radio.
Fucking Ellis, man. Shut up. I'm texting on the radio.
I mean, I can't even spell when he does it. It literally fucks up the text message. Every time.
Oh, man. Did you get the text out?
I did. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm sorry to that guy you were texting. If it
Of
was...
skin color. Will's not here. I love asking Papa Will our Reddit stupid
Why
questions.
is he not here?
Because I don't know, he's a polygamist.
He's got a sniffle.
How dare you? How do you know he's not really sick?
Well,
Wait, he is really sick, but he was here before and he left because he's sick? I
We
didn't know.
saw him run
yeah.
off. We saw him run off with the keyboard earlier.
I think he went to the doctor.
He did.
Oh.
He stole
okay.
a bunch of office supplies and ran to the doctor.
You didn't see him bomb through with like half a
He had like a laptop and a keyboard.
Wait, did he? Wait, he did?
He looked like he just robbed Office Max.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, when we were taking a picture with Jessie May, Will like ducked down and there was just cables trailing behind him. He had mice.
The keyboard and the computer.
What the fuck?
I can't believe you didn't see it.
No, he's definitely going very fast. I did not see.
Gonna go do a remote broadcast from the doctor's office.
I love though on Will's news how he has literally there's a font and there's 3 icons. Not 1, 3 icons, all in different colors. There's a little king, like a crown, like a king crown.
Yeah, he's a serious newsman.
Oh, I know.
Bong bong.
It's like if a 13-year-old boy started making a newspaper out of his bedroom. It would look like Will's News.
Fuck, some of those stories, though.
Some people get their news only from Will's News, so he puts his effort in, okay?
That's true.
It's probably like 3 people, but still.
3 scary people, but they're out there.
3 terrified people. Any minute now, the world is going to eat them.
It didn't happen until I hear it from Will's News.
That's right.
So speaking of skin color, how do we know the skin color of dinosaurs if we've only found their fossils?
Because they're not even, because they had all different kind of colors like birds, Michael, because they come from birds. They didn't even have, they had chicken skin like chickens because they're birds. Duh.
Yeah, what he said. No, but like,
you sure what he said, or are you just saying that?
No, but
you really believe that they are, because they're the closest relative to dinosaurs on the planet today are chickens? Did you know that?
I actually,
and did you know that we come from chimpanzees and kangaroos? Believe it or not,
I knew that.
I
knew. I thought
that explains my pouch.
Ancestors of roos and chimpanzees.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, but I like to look at crocodiles. I like to look at crocodiles.
Who doesn't?
Yes.
When you're jerking off?
And anyway, and what color? And you
Okay,
think do you
everybody.
think dinosaurs are a crocodile color?
I think that no, not all, but I think some dinosaurs would have looked like crocodiles.
Right. I think that you are correct in saying that. I believe that some of the dinosaurs did have scaly, crocodile-y skin. Yes, I do. But I also believe that there were giant chickens.
Birds. Chickens.
Giant, like, because they got, because we got all we do is have the fossils of the bones, and the thing that tells me their body, you can't say what their outer thing is because you can only show me their bones, but it tells me that there's some chickens that had giant pit bull heads,
apparently
because of the skulls that you see that look like they have, that was a monster chicken.
Apparently in northern Russia, where it's melting out, they've found woolly mammoth bones, which means that they may walk the earth again.
We already knew that.
Oh, we've known that. Yes, the permafrost is no longer permanently frosted.
We're
all kinds
defrosting.
of shit coming out of there.
I spent last week in Florida.
Florida.
They've got a giant lizard problem.
Yes.
They're overrun with iguanas and shit.
Yeah.
So we saw a couple iguanas while we were driving around.
They've encouraged people to take
Run
the
them
law into
over.
their
Yeah,
hands.
they changed the law and said if
Run
you
them
see,
over.
someone did. We were getting on the highway and the on ramp, there was a big fucking iguana just chilling right there. My mom swerved to get out of the way, and I looked behind me, and the SUV behind us swerved to hit it.
Aww.
Yeah, they're not only is it legal, they changed the law to make it legal, but they're encouraging you if you see a wild iguana in your yard to kill it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say don't run it over. It's like dangerous. You crash your car running over it.
That is
It's like a
reminding
banana
me
peel.
of a news story I saw. Queensland.
Queensland, mate.
Yeah, fucking Queensland.
Hey, Spike me and Dingo up. What's going on?
Yeah, hey, here we are.
I'm stopping texting
Yeah,
now.
fucking Surface Paradise.
Wait a
fuck
minute.
it.
Sounds important.
Dad of 3, David Dowell, was always known as a lovable larrikin
Yeah.
and a man who would never back down from a dare.
What's he done?
Dave's a sick cunt.
Fucking Dave. You can't fucking dare Dave to do anything.
Oh, Dave.
So,
Dave-o.
What's fucking Dave gone and done?
Davos.
so there was a
Fucking
there,
Davey,
there was
mate.
a party,
Yeah.
and afterwards there were conflicting accounts as to what he may or may not have done at this party.
Oh, fucking Dave.
So that's all a lie.
Mm,
No, I didn't.
so
You did.
Speculations.
He had a very
Your mum did.
his tummy
mate.
didn't feel very well, and his wife begged the paramedics to take him to the hospital. They said he just has like a really bad hangover.
What's
or
he put in there?
just a bout of gastro.
Gastro's
you guys
not
would
good.
say?
Me ass hurts?
Yeah, your ass really hurts. That was me
Is
last
that what he
week.
was saying? Me ass hurts or me guts?
Man.
Me guts hurts.
He was diagnosed with salmonella,
Salmonella's not good.
You
Right.
get
That's
that
like
from
food
eating
poisoning.
like raw
That's
chicken.
bad.
and-
I got food poisoning a week ago.
Small world, Dingo.
All came at me
Well,
ass.
let's see how much you have in common with what became of Mr. Dowell. So He had diarrhea, stomach cramps, fever. He began vomiting green bile.
Mate, this was me a week
Call
ago.
that Tuesday.
Thursday in my world, Kevin.
His stomach was so badly bloated, he looked 6 months pregnant, and his
That's been me. That's been me for years.
Go, Dingo.
His lungs started to fill with fluid.
Oh,
Fluid
shit.
leaked from his stomach.
Nah.
Yeah.
Dave's beating me.
Blood was squirting out of his penis.
Fucking Dave.
No, his urine turned black.
That's not
Oh.
Hail Satan.
His testicles swole up to the size of grapefruits.
Holy
Oh, well, that's cool.
crap.
Got
His
some big nuts out of
family
the deal. There's a
Said
plus.
he basically was rotting from the inside out.
It was
Less
like he was
than-
going to explode like that purple guy in China. Truck American.
I don't know where he's going, guys.
China Chuck
Big
American.
Trouble in Little
yeah,
China.
Ah! There it is.
I'll be here all night. Come on.
Get these balls.
And then he passed away
Oh, wow.
less than 2
Dave.
weeks after that party. And as
I'm
I said, some people swear they saw him eat the gecko. Other people say he didn't really do it, but the evidence would certainly seem to suggest
Ate
that
the
this
gecko.
guy who never backed down from a dare
Oh.
took someone up on their dare to eat a gecko.
What's the
Oh
big
my
gecko look like again?
But a gecko might have poison in it, right?
Yeah, salmonella. Yeah.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's like these are the dingo, the little lizards that are always running
Yeah, you're
around
about to love
Florida. I used to catch these fuckers when I was a kid.
You never ate one, did you?
No, I never ate one.
If someone had a dare
green
you,
annoli,
Kevin, did you eat a gecko as a kid?
I might in my fucking late teens, early 20s, I might have. And then we remember hearing that story about the kid who got dared to eat a slug.
That's right.
And he just picked a slug out of the garden and ate it raw. And he almost died, but then he was, wheelchair bound for like 9 years and then finally died.
That's
What?
right.
Yeah. So don't eat
What
live
what did
raw things.
What did the
for
slug do
dares.
to him? It just crawled around his tummy.
Oh, he had fucking bacteria on him, I
You
guess.
mean he ate the slug? Died. He ate the slug.
And
That's
it was-
what the slug did. He died.
It was condemned to crawl around his insides for
Hey,
9
he was
years.
not crawling around. Here, paying him back for 9 years. Oh, yeah, take this. Didn't work like that. He died. Yeah, don't eat everybody, man.
Tell me, guys, why is it normal for a child to have an invisible friend, but outrageous and almost seen as a symptom of insanity when a teen or an adult has one?
I find it equally insane when a child has one.
What's Jesus?
Yeah, whoa!
A real friend.
Okay.
I enjoy sparkles.
I never had an imaginary friend as a kid, and I was a weird fucking kid.
I think everyone's had an imaginary friend at one point.
He literally
me.
just said he hasn't.
I'm just like, you never like in third person had like an imaginary, like no,
Nope.
Wait,
I never
say-
had a right said Fred.
Say that sentence again.
in like third person,
Drop dead Fred.
like talking to like randomly like talking to nothing.
That's not what you said, but
What did I
Say
say?
it.
I might like the second time even better.
yeah, right.
Let's run it back a third time. What's
yeah,
that?
yeah. What are you trying to tell us?
Guys, he's trying to speak.
Just
Go ahead.
having a. I wish I didn't say what I said.
What was your imaginary friend's name?
No, I never had an imaginary friend with a name. I never really had an imaginary friend, but like I've talked to somebody in third person, I believe, not as an imaginary friend.
So.
Wait, so how did this take place? Can you like reenact it?
I think I was in like a playground, and it was it's a boat, and I think I was talking to like a pirate, a pretend pirate, but I don't think I ever had like a.
It wasn't one of your friends pretending to be a pirate. You imagined a fake pirate.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely positive there wasn't a real pirate there.
There was no real pirate there.
It wasn't a
Wasn't
homeless man.
Wasn't a friend or anything pretending to be a pirate?
No.
Were you just like, arg, pirate, we're on a boat?
Yeah.
And what did the pirate say?
I don't really know.
So this is a one-way conversation.
Wait,
He was a dick.
You just saw an imaginary pirate and you were like, hey, and he just
No, I
stone
think I
cold
was-
stared you down. Didn't
Fuck
say
you,
a
I didn't- no, I
goddamn
never
thing.
saw- no, I never
Just stood
saw
there with his
matey.
fucking hook in his hand like, what? You little shit.
I never saw the pirate. I think I played pretend that there are other pirates there. I don't think the pirates are talking back.
But it's not imaginary pirate that hates you. It's imaginary friend.
Yeah.
So you're like, they're supposed to befriend you.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I loved the Ninja Turtles.
Uh-huh.
So after getting hyped up after watching an episode of Ninja Turtles, I would run around my house pretending I had like a fucking weapon and I was beating up a bunch of foot soldiers. But that's not an imaginary friend.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was trying.
You were
to...
just playing pretend pirates.
Yeah, and I would have played pretend Ninja Turtles and pretend fucking whatever else.
But
we did as a kid, pretend Mickey Mouse.
But you didn't have anybody there helping you.
No.
You didn't have
imagined.
conversations back and forth. Did anybody in this room? I did not. I think I almost like tried to at one point. I just couldn't make it stick. Because it either happens or it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I had that one, but
Yeah, right.
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Bennett would be somebody who still has an imaginary friend.
Bennett?
Yes.
Bennett.
Do you have an imaginary friend?
No.
Did you ever?
Yeah, I did as a child.
Right.
What was his name?
His name was Kentcho. And he was a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe him.
Yeah, I believe him too.
You're welcome.
See?
What was the distinguishing feature of Kentcho other than obviously being a dinosaur?
Something he drove like a multicolored car.
Wait, so he wasn't that big?
Yeah, I mean, I actually don't remember seeing him. Probably because he's not real.
But you said he drove a car.
He drove a car, definitely. It was a multicolored car.
And you had conversations with him.
We had a few great talks. Yes, me and
What
him.
is something you would talk to your imaginary dinosaur about?
You know, like what's up with dinner tonight?
Shag my friends tonight.
What's on TV? Let's go check it out. And we drive his car over to the TV. Oh, and there was Chunk the cheetah too. My other imaginary friend. But he was more like a secondary character.
Bennett, get in here.
Bennett,
No, I'm over here.
Bennett,
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Call bullshit on that.
Bennett, who sent you?
Wait, so was Cheetah was what'd you say? What was his name?
Chunk the cheetah.
Was he an actual cheetah toy or was it?
No, he was an imaginary friend of mine.
How big was he?
He was smaller than Kentcho,
So he
larger
could-
than me.
Did he get in a ride? Did he ever get a ride in?
No, because he was very fast.
Oh, so he ran along the side
he
of.
ran very fast.
Yeah.
So
Did
I
you ever
would
get a ride with him?
No, I preferred to ride shotgun with my friend Kentcho.
Right.
In his
Makes
multicolored car.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And you would look out the window. You would look out Kentcho's window.
And I would see Chunk the cheetah catching up with
catching
us.
up with
Yeah,
you, right?
he would
On
be-
your way to see the TV.
Yep.
To see what's on today.
To see what's on.
Boom.
Yeah, they were good friends. I don't
They
remember
sound
what
like-
happened in between our
Did you-
relationship.
Did you have a lot of visible friends at that point?
Yeah, I had neighbors.
Wow.
Any of them have any interesting vehicles?
Well, when we hung out, I mean, I don't
Whoa.
know. Well, what?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay. I had 2 dogs.
Were they real?
I talked to them too.
Did
But
they talk
that's,
back?
That's not. No, they didn't. Well,
just
Kentcho, Chunk the cheetah.
And that was that a time where you were by yourself a lot?
Yeah, I had a little brother, but he was a baby, so I was waiting for him to grow up already, so I could share my relationship with these characters with him.
Did he ever meet them?
No, he didn't.
Right. What about did you ever feel like when you were at the gathering and you weren't talking to anybody there that you feel like maybe it wouldn't be a bad move all of a sudden to turn to your homies?
This is a job for Kentcho.
Kentcho
maybe
and,
I should
and
have-
Chuckle?
Maybe I should have brought Kentcho with me. Then
Yeah.
I would have felt less lonely.
You didn't see Kentcho when you drank the electric Fago?
I did
Started
not.
tripping?
And we could have rolled up in our
He could have driven
in
you
our
there.
multicolored car together.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That would have impressed all the juggalos.
People would definitely talk to a guy that's friends with a cheetah. I know that.
That should be your Juggalo name. You should just steal Kentcho the dinosaur.
That's pretty good. But no, I'm Big Bennett.
Oh, that's right, Big
Oh, yeah,
Bennett.
he's Big Bennett.
Yeah, don't
Turned
forget
up.
that.
No, yeah. No,
I
how dare you?
It's so clever, you know.
No,
Can't
think
throw
about
that
it.
one back.
Yeah.
No, Big Bennett, Big B, Big, Bennett.
Great alliteration,
It's
yeah.
Big. Here he is. Bennett.
Hey guys,
Yeah?
could a human being survive if their body, from their neck all the way down to their toes, was permanently submerged in water?
Survive?
No, I think you would turn to goo.
Wait, if you wear to your neck?
You had water from your chin down, and you just lived like that,
Like a permanent water
like
suit.
Like you were in.
Yeah, your body would adapt to it eventually.
you
I
were
think
in
the
a
skin
tank.
would.
I think you'd die.
Yeah, I think your
Why?
skin would melt off.
Why?
Hang on, where are you pissing
Are
and
you allowed to
shitting?
walk around?
You have to.
Well, let's just assume that you live in a world where
Are you like a tank from like
You have to move.
Futurama where the head's in the water? Or are we just in like a bottle of water and we get...
You walking around like shoulder deep, you're saying?
yeah,
You
sure.
live in a planet where it's shoulder deep water.
Yeah, that's right. So you don't have to worry about pissing and shitting. There's enough water that it'll.
But for some
it'll
weird
get cleaned
reason,
out.
there's tables everywhere where you can sort of reach over and grab some snacks.
I guess so. It's like living inside a pool in a
If
Las
you can
Vegas
eat-
casino.
If you can eat, and the water that you're in is a river,
Mhm.
not a stagnant lake, because if
No,
you
I get
lived
that.
in it-
That's
yeah,
different. That's different.
Then and you didn't die from your swimming in your own feces, then I say yes, you can live. You can be a turtle man.
See, I think it's like when your skin prunes when you're in
Right.
the bath too long.
Oh, you would die in
I
a
think-
day.
Yeah. I would be Kevin Soup.
Yeah. But I don't think that your body turns to soup if it's in water 24 hours a day, because we are 78% water anyway. I've just made that up.
Yeah, we would just merge with it. We would become water.
No, we would not.
Oh wow! Somebody asked the BBC, how long could you live if you were submerged up to your chin in water? And they say, assuming the water's warm enough, you don't simply die of hypothermia. The next problem would be your skin. For reasons that aren't well understood, yeah, this is where I was coming down on this too. Human skin starts to break down after continuous immersion in water after a few days. You would suffer open sores and be liable to fungal and bacterial infections.
You're done.
Even if the water was perfectly sterile.
You're done.
Oh, we can't take it.
No.
Son of a bitch. We can't take it.
We're not fish after
Here's
all.
a fun
You're
fact.
right, Kevin.
The Chinese government has been accused of immersing political prisoners up to their neck as a form of torture, and victims are reportedly unable to stand or use any of their major muscles for several weeks after immersion for just a few days.
Wow.
However, since that water is most certainly far from sterile, it's hard to say how much of that effect is
Oh.
due to the water and how much is due to the contaminants. But yeah, no, people cannot live in water.
Poo water!
Wow. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, right. Hey, instead of stairs and escalators going down, why don't we just have slides?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sick of not saying we on the way to work.
Yeah, I want to say we more.
Right?
We
Everybody
need
needs
more
to say-
slides.
Everybody needs to say we more.
Wouldn't it be cool? Like we all have to go down
No, it wouldn't, because
3 to 4 flights on our way
Well,
out of here.
what about if
What
I got
about 3 or
nice
4
pants on and you got shit on your pants?
No, it's like when you go to the county fair and they give you like that little
The
strip
burlap
of sack.
sack?
Yeah, you
Ooh.
sit on a sack.
I'll do it and you have your own sack?
Yeah.
You probably just like build it into your belt or something.
Oh,
Okay.
you get a
Belts.
cape, a
You
sliding
press a
cape.
button on your belt and it drops a fucking
Something like
a skid
that.
pad on your ass or something. Yeah. Okay, well then yes,
And
yes.
then it retracts back up.
I'm so into that.
But what about stupid kids and stuff?
Oh well, we'll just kill them.
Yeah, they ruin
Well,
everything.
then we won't survive. The children are the next generation. And what about people with one leg?
They can slide.
Well,
Yeah,
how do
just
they
sit
get
on
up
their-
to the slide?
They got 2 butt cheeks.
Yeah, but they got to have like a pole. What about wheelchair people?
Elevator.
Right, so we're not taking away. What about if we just add? We keep all the things that we've already got,
Just add a slide.
and we add a slide.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. You know, it'd be extra cool if we're doing that. And I mean, there's obviously no rules on planet Earth anymore. The fireman's pole, because I think that anybody that doesn't know how to do it and decides to do it and misses and falls, well, that's good. 'Cause you're an idiot. You don't need you around anyway.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
How
If
long could
if
you slide down a fireman's pole before your hands would hurt? Like 3 stories worth?
Oh, yeah.
Well, so you have to assume that
it would burn.
Such speeds. Yeah, you would reach such speeds.
You
It
need
would
gloves,
burn your hands.
You need leather gloves, or you need talcum powder.
If you had sweatshirt gloves, you would fucking
Zoom down.
You'd fucking hoon it. That's why I make signature fucking sweatpant gloves and make extreme videos.
See, that's how I would. Like, if I would like come down like a big I would just like body that shit. Like my whole body, I'd wrap around it.
How many floors down do you think you can go down a fireman pole with like the slippery cloth gloves and not like break a bone when you hit the bottom?
I don't know, man. I reckon you can do like 4 floors.
You think? That's
If
quite
I
a
had
lot.
sweatpants, I wouldn't
You gotta
want to
be in control.
No, yeah, I'd want to be in control if I was actually like doing it to live or die.
Three
But,
stories, maybe.
I just feel like if you had gloves on that were you could still control it, and you couldn't go too fast because it would just heat up. Even if it didn't rip the glove, the material would heat up and start burning your hands.
Yeah. Because I feel like I feel like they have like 3-story ones. Firemen's do.
If you had one that was
Do they?
super far, but it had a gradual bend in it, like transition.
Yeah, sure.
And you were on like a buckle. You know what I mean? So you clamped it on
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a big
yeah.
buckle, and you just fucking jump.
I hear you.
And you just go fucking do like an eagle down to the bottom, and then it starts to transition, and then the hook starts to gain weight, and then you're just slowly suspended on the hook. And you just you traveled miles.
How much different?
Down
Because people are so
on a pole.
sedentary. There are very many people, and this describes me at certain unfortunate points in my life where you barely even use your body all day. You sit, at
Right.
home, and you sit at work, and then you go home and you go to bed. It would kind of change our civilization if everybody had to experience like a couple of free falls per day.
For the
Get the heart rate up, Michael.
Yeah.
Would it get the heart rate up if you did it every day?
Oh, I'm not saying
You'd
it would
get
be.
used to
I'm
it.
not saying it would be exercise, but that would be the most bodily, thrilling,
That's
like
good, though.
stimulating thing most people would do.
That's,
I think
that's
that-
more than what most people
I've got
do.
it. I've got it. Curing obesity in the world. Fat robots. They're everywhere, and they're always knocking you over and tripping you over, so you have to fall over and get up. Getting exercise in every day.
Hey, that reminds me of a stupid question I saw. Do fat people take more fall damage?
Hell yeah, they do. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. Next question.
If a naked man were to fart in space, how much thrust would he produce?
Okay,
Hang on.
I think we'd have to go knots, right? We're
What's
talking
thrust?
How many G's?
Knots. What do you mean, what's thrust? Bend
Like-
over.
I'd say it would barely even tick.
Yeah, me too. I'd say that you
Even
could.
a real good one?
I'd say if you had a really good fart, you could send yourself into a, what is it when you start to spin in circles?
Like a front flip?
Like a tailspin?
You could fart yourself into a tailspin in space for sure.
So if you
But
were,
it's got to be an absolute rip snorter.
if you were absolutely stationary,
Like if I
floating
did
through
this,
the ether, you would just do a slow flip,
I could do a slow flip.
like a pinwheel,
Time for
farting pinwheel.
one or two more of these. If human beings laid eggs a la chickens, how big would our eggs be?
Ooh, they would be
Wow, all over that.
Yeah, he wants it. No. Man, to be that
Okay.
excited about it's pretty stupid call.
Also, if you're that excited,
now, now I feel like you're
There is
changing
water
it.
in that, by the way, Dingo.
also if you're that excited about the answer, how about saying it out loud, seeing as how we're on the radio?
No, what I'm saying
What
is
the fuck, Dingo?
I picked up a water bottle and
And did 8 seconds of fucking ventriloquism. I mean,
I feel like it was a
fucking
perfect
puppeteer
size.
over here.
I feel like it's like
A football, you could say.
yeah,
You
football.
could use the word football.
You're right,
I'd say
Chase.
it's going to be the size of a Hatchimal. You see those things?
How big do you think? How
buy
big do you think
you
your
get a
egg
big
would
prize
be?
egg.
I would say that it would be the size of 2 soccer balls
How
in
about
an
this?
egg shape,
How about this, guys? It would probably be about the size of an infant, only a little bit bigger.
which would be
That's
2.
this.
And how do you fit it? And what?
That's the
How would
water
you-
bottle.
That it was not a fucking infant. Is not that water a football. An infant is way bigger than fitting in a football.
Some infants are a football size.
That's a premature infant.
Oh.
Yeah. That football baby's not going to make it.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm trying to think how long my baby was. I should know this. She was
tiny.
little.
Yeah, someone tiny.
She was like 5 pounds, but she was still. I don't
Bigger
think.
than
I
that?
don't think it could have fit her in a football.
Yeah, I make backpack babies. That's
Yeah.
mine fit in backpacks.
Yeah,
backpack
watermelon.
baby.
Man, big watermelon I'm telling you, most babies are big, dude. Like when you compare them to melons.
Yeah, on a fruit scale, they're pretty big.
Fruit scale. That's what we should change the name of the show to.
Why do people in movies bleed from their mouths when they get stabbed in the stomach?
Stigmata.
Yeah, because their stomach lining tears and fills up with blood, and then it just shoots out their mouth.
That's right.
All over the place.
Is that true?
Yep.
I'm with Kevin.
Yes, it is, because Satan's laughing. I don't know. What really?
Yeah, you know, in movies when people
What, that doesn't happen?
are mortally wounded, they'll cough out a little blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for
Internal bleeding, right?
It's for the viewer, Michael.
Just to let you know that guy's hurt.
He's done.
Bleeding from the eyes is when you really, you know, what I mean, you're not a pussy to call an ambulance.
No. Don't drive yourself to the hospital if you're
Yeah,
bleeding from the eyes.
Yeah, you fucked up if you're bleeding from the eyes.
Fuck, there's a lot of information on this show. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Don't die.
The king of the afternoons isn't just on the radio.
I mean, all around the world. And no one's ever told us how many M&Ms